Yay, I'm live. And I didn't pop out my chat yet. Oh my gosh. There we go. Nope, that's it. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Great. All right, welcome. I gotta. Where am I getting the volume? Oh, right here. I was like, what the heck? Where am I getting feedback? But it doesn't matter. You guys can't hear it because I muted the desktop audio. Welcome. Uh, we're gonna do. I didn't really plan this part. No, I did. Right now, I'm focusing on just trying to finish up the geometry for Wacky Waterways. Um, I got some music for the background too, and that means it's going to be Scouter and then oh hey, what's up, Calctus? We're gonna do Scouter music and then probably move on to Falcom music since I'm still not monetized. And even then, I'd probably still only play Scouter music if I was monetized or get some royalty-free ones. I don't know what people use to get nowadays. They'll use like the cool, calm, collective nanosphere. Ay, ay, ay. Whatever. We're going. Yeah, Kevin McLeod. Yeah, he's one they use a lot of. I set it to live chat. Why does it keep doing that? I keep having to reset it to live chat. YouTube, don't do that. I don't like top chat because top chat kind of disincentivizes people from saying stuff because like sometimes their message will get lost in the void. Scoom. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll start. The one thing I'm a little upset about, but then again, I didn't expect this from the guys, is there's no metadata stuff. So we'll just use this file name section for what the file name is. And if you guys need to know the artist, just let me know. That's why I want the metadata, so I can credit the guys, credit the boys and Saki no Miyama for their fantastic music. And let me see if I got this working right here. Give me a moment. Julia still, yeah. Oh, cool! I get to show that off. Sick. Music is too loud. You know what? You're too. All right, here, I'll lower it. Man, it's funny. I actually had it set super low anyway. That's crazy. I'm seeing my microphone peaking around the red section of the decibel limit. And I still have overpowering music. You'll love to hear it. That's so funny. Alright. Let's see what we can show off here quick. So, I got 3 main windows. Well, actually 4. You'll see why. My audio stuff is all set to 30, so I get you. So you're going to have 3 windows here. First is going to be Godot, the actual game engine itself. Second's for Visual Studio. You can see my code. Believe it or not, I'm slightly better than Pirate Software. That's right. I don't have any industry experience at all, too, so that's great. Ooh, here we go. This is a certified classic one right there. And then this is Blender. We will be, and also I'll be switching between them by minimizing them. So I can just do that. Yeah. Not looking good for Pirate Software here, huh? Man, I forgot how I did this. I don't mean I forgot how to do this. More so, I forgot that I did this last night. Wait a minute, is it showing up as tries, or is it because they're quads and they converted? I gotta look at that quick. So I want to make sure these are all quads here. It looks like they are. Okay. So I think Godot converts quads to tries automatically. Yeah, isn't this a very intricate detail? Ooh, how lovely. How to stream your favorite game. We're doing that right now. Man, it is crazy. I actually kind of want to see the live playback right now, because I'm curious. I want to see what this looks like, because 60 FPS. Hey, how about I move this around so I can see it moving at 60 FPS? Ah, see, there we go. I also have it set to low latency. Just want you guys to know I've never been able to do this. And then eventually I kind of realized, you know what? rent's not getting cheaper here. I'm probably never going to move out unless something changes dramatically. Not so much even in my life. Like, even if I had a full-time programming job, that still wouldn't be enough to move out here. It's just that bad. They keep building luxury apartments as opposed to just houses. Or at that point, yeah, it's like some of them, the rent is so expensive. It's like, why don't you just get a house instead? And then the housing prices would be over. But hey, so anyway, let me also show off the other thing, which is when I hit play here, this will actually make Scouter run. The way Scouter works too, thankfully I don't actually need to use the embed window. I also couldn't get the embed window to work. Here, let me just pause that quick, and it minimized everything, of course. There we go. Game might be a bit overpowering, so let me turn that down as well. There. Look at all these stages you guys don't know. Ooh, isn't that crazy? We'll just do a run through of both stages here, Wacky Waterways. You will hear the excellent music made by Philip. Yeah. So there's still going to be some gimmicks we got to code in this area. Like right here, we're going to have vents for water to shoot down and slow Scout down. Not as fun when I'm letting go right now. It's so cool how this game just kind of works. That's just how Sonic games are in general. But this is more fun to do. Oh, look at that fast collision. And so that's a funny quirk with how this game's engine works. Basically, if something is not like a 90-degree instant incline, there's a chance that Scout can run down it like that. So that's why when you see like edges in Trainyard Tantrum, they usually are slanted back, just so Scout doesn't instantly connect to them. There's always going to be quirks with, oh yeah, the outline is fantastic. Alright, you know what, let's go the Bezier curve way. Ooh. We're going to do something here to make like a... We're going to try to make it so that the camera locks at Z, so that Scout will just move around, but the Z for the plane. Ooh, that's fun. I want to see that again. Hold on, I want to see that again. It's probably because she's... Oh yeah, that's why. I'm going like the right amount of speed. Yeah, see? That's funny. I'll have to look into that some more. We'll take the top route, and I missed it. We're going the bottom way then. And let's say I screw up the gimmick. Oh no, I screw up. Oh, I'm in the... Whoa, isn't that crazy? Whoa. Yeah, I had to talk to the level designer about some of these slants, because they're not very good to jump off when she's going really fast, which is the same as Sonic games. Oh, damn it. As you'll notice, I also try to keep enemies more on the, hey, you can actually react to them. So like there, I was attacking, but I attacked too early. There's supposed to be spikes here too, I haven't added them yet. Should slow Scout's animations down based on her speed. I think that'd go a long way. Oh yeah, no, she'll do the Shadow the Hedgehog swooshing around thing. This is supposed to be a scripted section. Basically, when I make these, I don't put all the gimmicks in immediately. You don't want to do that, because that's just too much work. You only have to put the ones that are essential in, and that's going to be a scripted section where it'll pop you up right here. This is me testing loop-de-loops. We don't need them. See, like, this is supposed to be a giant water jet section, but I don't have the water jets coded yet, so I've just put teleporters. Let's go the middle route. Sound like a heaven smile when I laugh. There's still a lot of stuff I have to fix around here, geometry-wise. Yeah, this stage is quite long, though. It takes 2 minutes if you really know what you're doing. And even then, that's skipping combat rooms, which is... Yeah, there's gonna be combat rooms, so... Oh, this is a fun section. You can do this and snipe an enemy like that. I had to tone that one down a little bit, too. This is fun, too. Woohoo! So this would be one of the combat rooms, and then these would be doors that would open up. And then you go through another water jet stream section. Ending up here. One little speed ramp. That was a horrible time. We suck at this. Oh my gosh, this is a test. It's almost as if I didn't put this in yet. Ah, finally. Now the jams. I mean, the first one's a jam too. A different kind of jam, though. And I've shown this off on Twitter a few times. Oh! I think I just moved the Z reset there. Oops! I have to get a duplicate of that back. I don't have any debug points yet. Yeah, no, I don't. I'll have to get that figured out too. Have curbs on the ceilings in those spots when you fly up from the ramps and hit it so you don't bonk. Well, we'll see about that. I know what you mean with classic Sonic, how sometimes you're able to go up a ramp and run on top of it. That's, it's not hard to code. I just didn't do it. It's also a bit weird, because, like, what is it? There's a Sonic-like game. It used to be a Sonic fan game, converted to one called Freedom Planet. And that one, oh my gosh, the edge detection for that was just insanely bad. Like, something would be angled at 89, like, if something was, like this flat, you couldn't run on it. But if it was just angled slightly up, you could start running on it. And it's like, what the heck? Oh, my favorite part of the song. I love that part. And these are going to be water spout gimmicks. Redneck did a fun job with making this like a puzzle area, which is fun because as I'm sure you noticed, all the paths converged right here, so you get a chance to at least learn the gimmick, and we don't have to make several areas in which you have to learn this. A nice slow down section, so it's easier for you to get into the combat room. And then I didn't do too much of this other section here, but I did do this. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, jumping up to that would be annoying, but if you just go the opposite way with a couple slide dash bursts. Is that enough momentum? Probably not. You know, we're gonna put boosters on the wall for this. Woohoo! I don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh cool! I didn't think she'd actually go on that. Hold on, let's get some more speed. Woohoo! That's fun. Woo! Now granted, it won't be like that in the actual game. Man, that is some fast collision detection. Have to get rid of that. That's a timer I got. Sometimes you always gotta be reminded of stuff. Man, that is fun. I can't even wall jump on this properly because she'll land on it like it's a floor. That's funny. Man, that is fast, though. Sometimes I am marveled by the fact that I'm able to figure this stuff out. Man. Yeah, it's kind of... You know, this is one thing I think people are gonna be like weirded out by with this game. So like in more in traditional classic Sonic games, going like just holding it down and getting the max speed should be enough to get up the slope. But then they're gonna do this and be like, "What the heck? I can't do that." You know, I'm holding it down. It's more aggressive, and there's two reasons why. One, it's so that she has a much faster top speed on the ground, or she has a slower but faster to accelerate to top speed on the ground, and that's to make it so that the combat's a lot faster. Because if this was like classic Sonic physics, it would be like that. It's so much slower. And the other thing is, she's person-sized. Sonic is like 3 feet tall. Oh, yeah, I should go and check this other route. See, this is where that this one will take you. Let me see. There's a way to get to it. I just gotta do 2 air boosts at a moment. Oh, God. It's funny that me trying to do the slide dash there. That's also a glitch in regular classic Sonic 2. Because sometimes you can just do it just right and release it at the same frame you'd release a jump. I didn't even intend to code it that way. Man, no, this game does play very fun. Let's go on a different route with it quick. Just to show off some more stuff. And since I have to actually play through this stage because I didn't make any debug coordinates yet. Oops. First, let's take this route. This is the other route you can take. What we're going to do is that combat area, you're going to end up in the background for the last section, but if you jump back, you're going to get to this route, which is way faster. Woohoo! So it's like, oh, hey, oh, look, you know the level better, so you're better at it. And it's like, yeah, I know! When she's making that pose off of a spring, that means she can't do tricks. But when she's doing this, she can and can move. That's, yeah, that's how we do it. For the flavor aspects of the visuals, like cluttering and visual design. Well, one of the big things we're going to try to do is we're going to try to mimic, like, oh yeah, hold on, let me just check this out quick. Yeah, this will be another back route. So if you fail to make this jump... That is so fun, though. Woohoo! And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep moving, and then you'll just hit a wall, and then these things are going to activate and send you to the background. It's going to be great. So visual clutter. What is up, Gigbound? Yeah, no, visual clutter and design stuff. Scouter's gonna look very Y2K aesthetic. That's on purpose. The one major reason is because this is supposed to look like a late Dreamcast release kind of game, so like 2000, 2001. That visual style would be in. And along with that, what is it? The, well, first let me get the music back going again. The, oh, was that actually the end? Cool. This is, by Saki Momoyama, by the way. The, Exceptional Experiment song. Seriously, I didn't know that she was gonna do this. This is crazy. I heard a rumor that Falcom, like, trained their employees on, like, learning FM compositions. So I didn't expect her to even try this, because, all the references for this song were, Capcom songs. Like, Capcom from the early 90s. Like, I had a Cadillacs and Dinosaurs song. I had Mega Man X. I think I had an X Corrupted song in there, too. And then suddenly she hits me with this, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is staying. So yeah, no. But anyway, going back to visual style. Scouter, I'm going to try to focus on making it look a bit more like Y2K. And I want it to be... What's the word? I'm trying to make it so that the game looks a lot like oh man, there's so many like different Dreamcast games, and there's some where I learned about it later, and I'm like, damn, that would actually be a good inspiration. And one of those games would be Grandia 2. What happened was one of my buddies, he's in here by the way, hide. He showed me some footage of it, and one of the things that was interesting is that the game had real-time shadows on a Dreamcast. And I didn't know the Dreamcast could even do that. It turns out it can. In some games they fake it though, like Shenmue. But yeah, no, it can. It can do that, and that was really interesting to me. I even did a playthrough of Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast. Ooh, here we go. Oh man, this song blew me away when Arvin showed me it. To say it's such an improvement over... Sorry, I'm looking at the level design. One thing I keep reprimanding Redneck about, you gotta stop putting enemies on the bottom of slopes, because that pisses people off. So let's see here. I'm gonna try to make, so here, let me just detail what this section is. Is there a, yeah, here's the annotate. I'm going to basically make it so that it goes like this. There's going to be a loop-de-loop, but it's going to take you into the foreground here. And then, okay, I'm going to just, so I hate annotate so much. There's no spatial recognition with it. So basically the idea is, I'm going to keep it at this angle. You're going to run this way, loop-de-loop down this way. And then you're going to go into the water stream, and then you're going to fly up here and take this route. It's gonna be like that. Oh wow, that actually got it kind of close. That's crazy. But that's gonna be the path here. So just you're gonna shoot up right into the top like that. I'm probably gonna do this wavy pattern going up too. I actually figured out how to do this properly last night, because I already knew how to do the that pattern. I said something in one of the month in reviews about bridge edge loops. So oh, it is funny you mention enemies outside of the combat rooms. Yeah, it is funny you mention that. Let me see if I can pull it up as like a tab here on Brave. By the way, if you guys are looking for a web browser, highly recommend Brave. I know some people might be like, oh, but there's crypto stuff. You can opt out of it. The more important thing is it blocks ads and trackers on every website ever, and even if they try to hit it, they'll be like, oh, that's cool. Anyway, we did it in a completely different manner from the way you guys check. Like every time YouTube's like, those ad blockers. Every time they're like that, they're like, oh, that's cool. Now, granted, of course, I always turn it off when there's people I like, or I'm listening to, like, you know, Eclipse Sound Team stuff. So, what was I going to look for here? The visual design. Oh, right, here. So, the thing is, Wacky Waterways is a sewer level. But I'm not going to make it look like one. I'm going to make it look, let me see if I can find some pictures, because I don't want to boot the game up. Oh, here we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. Just going to zoom in on this. Is there like a... Give me a moment to just quickly do this here. Hopefully it doesn't just immediately... Oh, isn't there a way to like snap a picture or something? 1/5 of a cent contribution. Yeah, goblins, that'd be fun. There's no, I don't have a single enemy. Oh, hey, here's another Philip classic. There's no single, enemy that's gonna be, like, biological in Scouter. I want to keep it all robots, because I'm a bigger fan of that, for lack of a better term. But, oh, let me get this. This is gonna be funny to explain. So, maybe I should just put it as a picture? Yeah, here, give me a second. I'm acting like I don't know what I'm doing, but that's because I don't want to just say, hey, load up this Brave web browser, and then it shows like it, because the thing is, when you make a new scene in OBS, it just instantly is visually open. It's like, what the? No! Let me look at it first! There must be some sort of default setting I could change it to. Seriously, can I just do this? Can I do this? Oh, cool! You can just do this! Great! Okay, so the visual design idea is, this is Sonic CD's Special Stage 4, and I've always been a fan of how this background looks. But I'm going to try something like this, but it's going to look inside, and I wanted to make it look like ruins, because technically speaking, Wacky Waterways, and in fact the whole game itself, takes place in America. You wouldn't ask me to make Sonic Adventure 2. Believe me, if Scouter gets a sequel, it's going to play a lot more like those games. In fact, it's going to have the two storylines. I even have an idea for like a second character. I'm not thinking too far ahead, obviously, because I got to make this game first, and obviously I want this game to be great. Man, I can't even believe that just worked. But yeah, no, it's going to look like this, but it's going to have like the ruins of Salt Lake City, because that's where Wacky Waterways takes place. But since Scouter is like 300 years in the future, you know, hey, why not take advantage of it, right? Yeah, there's a lot that a Scouter 2 would have. So give me a moment, I gotta get this back up. So right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to follow the guide I have for what is it, Redneck? Because Redneck's the one that designed this level. And just make sure OBS has everything set up right. Good. Just gotta make sure Blender's the one on top. Okay, so yeah, this is our next stage. Anything that's wrong, blame him. But anything that's good, also blame him. You could compliment him, but I think it's funnier if you blame him. Here, we'll do this. Okay, and now, this is going to be weird, but just bear with me on this. Separate by selection. Okay. Also going to set origin to geometry. Duplicate, move this up like not 10 units would be good. There. Okay. And watch this. We're going to add a screw modifier. Have it in the y-axis. And then use the axis object. This. Ooh, look at that. How fun. And let's give this like 32 steps so it's a lot smoother. You know what? Let's do 48. Yeah, that's a nice number. And we will... Okay, so this is where things are going to get a little hacky. We'll do negative 270 so that you actually go into the background like that. And we'll... Everything's Redneck's fault. We're not hiring Blueneck. I tried that one time. Huge mistake. And now we'll set this to negative 15 so it goes into the background like this. You'll get to see me use the... Bezier system too, so this is gonna be fun. It's a pain in the ass. I like the Bezier system, but I'm specifically only keeping it for like loops like this because it can be a total pain in the ass to get right, and then there's always gonna be those players that are gonna abuse it and try to do something to pop out. Hey, here we go. Dude, Philip's dominating right now. That's crazy. I mean, so's Arvin, but it's been mostly him and Philip and Arvin this whole time. I might like the loop a bit bigger. Yeah, this is what's fun about the screw modifier. Look, I could even do this. I could even make it so you go on the wall. But I'm not doing that. That's already a really big loop-de-loop. Yeah, that's my main thing with why there's not too many loops in Scouter is this would suck. Yeah, there might be a couple Aoki songs. I did get rid of a couple because I don't want to spoil too many of them. but okay, yeah, this should be good. Great. Let me just apply this modifier. Cool, cool. Now I gotta change every single thing on this. Hold on, let me do a invert. Set the material to the back. Because this is supposed to be the top. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah. Well, the problem is all of you guys make really good music, so I can't really just say, hey, I got a favorite. Be easier for me to pick a favorite song from all of you individually. Because in Arvin's case, I'd say Train Yard Tantrum. In Philip's case, I'd say Wacky Waterways Act 2. Aoki is the song I'm probably not going to put in here yet. And Saki Moyama, oh man, she's only really done 3 songs. No, she's working on 2 right now. The 2 she completed, oh man, the 2 she completed are so good. I'd probably still say Exceptional Experiments for that one. I don't want to play favorites. That's cringe. Right, let's join these up together. And, oh, here we go. Another masterpiece. We'll just merge by distance. So now these, okay, they're connected. Fantastic. And I'll just add a top to that, and we'll go from there. What stage is the one with the song with that is titled Super Murder Adventure in Genocide Land? It's probably gonna be Sand Hill Sunrise. Man, this one, man, you were cooking on this one, Philip. I'm a big fan of this one. I personally prefer Act 1 more, but that doesn't mean the song's bad. Of course not. This is an awesome song. Yeah, look at that. All the way down. Good. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to connect it up to these pipes. In fact, let me make it a bit easier to do that. Let's do this. And then add 5. And then do that. Shit, I should have done this instead. Silly me. Yeah, that's, you know what's really funny is you just look at how long this stage is and you're like, why did I choose to make a momentum game again? I'm trying to remember, like, how long this stage is. It's like, oh god, it's like 5,000 units or something? It is long. And even then, like a Sonic Dreamcast game or something from this era isn't even close to that length. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do instead. We're gonna drag this all the way down to like 50 units, and then we'll use this as a reference point. Honestly, I'd be curious to see what speedrunners do. I'm curious too. Okay, note to self, add some invisible walls here. And here. Yeah, Bezier curves. Maybe I could do this in a different way, actually. You know what? I'm going to do it in a different way. Oh, here we go. Here's some Oki cooking, by the way. Let's do this in a different way. Hold on a sec. Let me get rid of all this. Okay, I'm going to do this. We're going to do that same screw thing again, but make it in a way that doesn't annoy me. I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to do it better. Platforming speedrunners. Well, there was one guy that did a lot of speedruns of Necrolepsy. I could see if he has any interest. Alright, let's do this in a different way. Screw Y, use that same thing again. This time we'll do 180. This time we'll do negative 180. And give it 32. Nah, the idea is, Devil's Ditch has something like this. Yeah, no, it would just look like ass. Fuck it, we'll just go back. Come on, Blender. I know you can go like 50. There we go. It's all back. I'll just play with it some more and figure out a way to smooth it out later. Anyway, let's do... Ooh, it's actually kind of fun if it would connect right there. Think about this. Man, we have some dedicated Scouter speedrunners here. You love to see it. Give me a sec, I'm gonna get this a bit down just so I can figure it out. Ooh, here we go. There's also RV Boy. I wonder if he would get upset if I called him that. RV Poo. Come on, don't... That's weird. These vertexes lined up? It doesn't look like it. Do a vertex check. I'll do... .5 off. I knew it! I knew these were going to be slightly off. No. What are you doing? What the heck? Oh man, all grabbing in Blender is so ass! Doesn't know which direction to take it in. Anyway, let's move this over 0.5. Just so these line up properly. And I forgot to put increment. Should probably look at the chat. Scouter in 15 minutes or less. Scouter in 15 minutes, money back guarantee. I really hope the game isn't that short. That's one of my big concerns, is that someone beats this game in under 2 hours and then they refund it and they're like, this game sucks! Lamau! Get owned! Alright, let's bridge these edge loops. We'll make it a good 10 cuts. We won't make it as severe as that. There we go. That's a way better slope. Yeah! Oh, that looks fun. Just looking at them like, oh, that looks fun. Oh. Ooh, I want to run on that. I want to run on it. Oh. This is the other Saki song. It's okay to say that. And look at the notes that Redneck put for this stage. It's an interesting way to connect all the pieces. Because it would work. I just thought of something more fun, actually. Let me do that quick. Yeah, this is what happens all the time. Even if I make a level, or if Redneck makes one, it doesn't really matter. No matter what, I'm going to be like, wait, I thought of something funnier. Or like way more engaging. Oh man, that little magical in the song. Oh, it's a good song. It's really fitting because this is for the Yellowstone stage. And I gotta be very careful. I gotta make sure I call it the Caldera. I can't call it. If I call it Yellowstone National Park, I could get in trouble. I'm not hiring NSYNC. NSYNC can compose for Scouter. Dare I say it would be less controversial. Even though I'd like NSYNC to compose for Scouter, I'm actually quite a big fan of these guys. And yeah, I'm gonna stick with them. Okay, so this is my fun idea. She's not gonna bonk her head here. We're just gonna have a really fun running section. That's it. That's all you need, is just a really fun running section. And that makes people go gaga. Which is fair, because, you know, this is a game about running around. Why not have a fun section where you're doing it? Isn't that crazy? Wow, Scouter's about running around. Who'd have guessed? Alright, I definitely missed that. Yeah. Wow, Scouter's about running around. It's actually insane just how, like, fitting that song is for Yellowstone. Are you kidding me? I'm off center again? There's no way. No, these aren't lined up. They are? You're kidding me. See, this is why I check. Wow. Is this the event theme? Yeah, normal event. Oh, hey, Redneck. We were just complimenting and critiquing your level design. Oh shit, I have it the opposite way. Gotta fix that. Crap. There we go. Knew it was gonna be a 0.5er like that. There. Now, let's take all these and merge their vertices so I can actually make something out of this. Great. Now I gotta delete all these faces. Maybe wondering, why am I deleting the faces? Why isn't it just smarter if I just don't do that? Because that's stupid. The reason why is to just make sure that when I do bridge edge loops, it takes up the same area. Or at least the same approximate distance. Like, this is 10 by 10 units. I just want to make sure it takes up the same amount of space. Okay, it's 11 by 10-ish. Not perfect, but I just want to make sure it takes up that space. And honestly, it gets me some pretty good results, so I say screw it, I'll just keep doing that. So here we go. Yeah, this would be more fun, because then we'd have the water jet. We could have like a pipe in the background, and then it spray her up there. And just one more here. There we go. Just bridge those edge loops, get another 10 cuts. Look at that. Look at how fun that looks. And then we'll have a water jet blaster up here. And here's the best part. Get rid of these faces. And remember how I said I will use these for approximation? Oops. Bridge edge loops, and it did it the wrong way. Right, sometimes it gets a little finicky when you do that. We're gonna make... 6. No, yeah, 6 total sections. That is twists. I did the wrong thing. Cuts. Just make sure I got this right. Yeah, okay. Oh, this is such a good song. Oh, this is so good. What game's it from? Oh, it's from Scouter. What a shock. What a shock. Oh, crap. There we go. Okay, we'll move that over by like 3 units. Wow, that looks terrible. Just give me a moment. just give me a moment here. Give me a moment. Basically gonna do the exact same. Whoa, what's going on here? That was weird. There we go. Huh. Alright. Yeah, Bridge Edge Loops is, that's been the MVP on a lot of these levels. Oh, I guess I did put it in here. I thought I didn't keep it in here. I guess you get to hear it. You get to hear Aoki's, my favorite Aoki song, which is after this one. And, Redneck and Phil know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. All these tabs I gotta minimize. Yeah, will it be a scoot type? Ooh, that could be huge, a scoot type. I don't know. That sounds like it would be a good idea. The first scooter. Man, I'd love to be the guy that creates a brand new genre. I don't know if I have that creative luxury. Maybe if I lock myself in a room, like Mikami did with Suda51, I'll come up with the Killer 7 type game. The Killer-like. Man, that game is good. I don't know if any of you in here watched the month in review, but I recommended it at the end, because... Oh, man. That is a good, stupid game. Oh, crap. I didn't want rendered view. I hate when I enter that window. I don't know how to escape it. I mean, it's probably just as simple as hitting escape, but... Oh my gosh, Killer 7's so good. I actually bought a Texas Broncos shirt, like the one Andre Almeida wears. And my buddy Clay, he also got one too. And when we go to Evo, oh, we're going to be running around with it. I still think we should wear it on Friday. Like, both him and I wear... Oh, here it is. Yeah, you're going to be like, I see why this might be a favorite. This might be your favorites now. So, I should actually get this out of the way. The reason why is because this stage, the Cadaverous Colliery, the first stage is going to play like Castlevania Classic. Like, we're going to have lock jumps and everything with it. Ooh, this looks nice. We're going to have all that. It's going to be great. And, you know, I did actually get an idea recently when I was just shitposting around with some buddies in my server. What was it? We were talking about, like, taking what I had for Draco Blood and turning into what would be like a roguelite or roguelike, one of those things, that genre of things. Gotta flip these normals here. That's why I got these lines. If they're poking the wrong direction, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Scout can't interact with that. Oh man, this part too, the guitar. Ooh. It just reminds me last night in the Eclipse Sound Team server, one guy was like, yeah, no, it's not real music if it's digital. It was and it's not real art if it's digital too, and I'm just kind of like, okay. Sorry, this isn't real music. Sorry guys, you can't shred the gnar like this, so it's not real. I'm being an asshole. Alright, where's the Clip Studio? I still have the OBS open. Alright, so this is where this part comes in. Sorry, Redneck, I don't think I'm gonna put the combat room you have right here. Cause I like the idea, but like, dude, combat room, we can pace these out better. Not the first time I've done that to him too. I'm evil. I go up to Redneck and I say, I'm getting rid of this thing, and I punch him. I punch him in the head. I don't do that. Let's see. I'm trying to look at how we could do this quick. Let's do a mix of this here. Hold on a sec. We'll do like -5. I'm gonna do like 25, but that's -10. And I'll just do a bunch of like bridge edge loop stuff here to make it look a lot smoother than it is here. Ah, hey, look, oh, ooh, hey, what, a gem alert? Gem? Fellas, is this a gem? It's the one, the one that'll, like, slide and tilt around when she goes in there. It's right after this, this section. If any of this level design looks familiar. You have her pop out here, and then there's like a combat room, and it'll like slide and tilt around. That sounds fun. Go right to left. Yeah, no, it's just for the sake of convenience, and also I don't wanna. No, it's not as simple as I don't wanna. That'd be awesome if it was as simple as that, but and. The point is sometimes things, they gotta go. We have to put things on the cutting room floor. We're gonna go to thecuttingroomfloor.net and be like, yeah, this shit had to go because Spaghetti-O. Sorry, man. Put that down here. Just trying to follow what we got here. Ooh, this would be a fun section right here. Maybe I should not do that way. My God, what is this? Man, are you going down here? Yeah, make sure to jump when you get out of this section. But then again, what would this game be without its difficulty? I'm also trying to make sure this game's quite difficult, so... Yeah. Let's get it to be hard. I want people to be like, oh man, game tough. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. And then they'll make a Steam review and they'll be like, hey guys, I'm going to pretend to be disabled to talk about how difficult this game is. I really like when people do that. That really, you know, it's not like I have a disabled sister and I know what a disability looks like and I can easily tell you're just lying out of your ass half the time. Man, people don't like challenges anymore. When faced with one, they retreat into the void. Actually, you know what? I wonder how this would look if I did a bridge edge loop on these two. Look, I understand this is me, like, just constantly using a tool and abusing it. Man, that looks kind of fun. It looks natural, but, like, it can't be because this is a sewage treatment plant. Man, I gotta put some of these songs on my phone. I didn't even do that with Necrolepsy. Not the war! Yo, not the war. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that would be the last combat room. I'm just looking at the rest of the map. Cool, I get to move over to this section. Great. Well, let's actually see how this looks in game quick. Let me just make sure I got this right. Man, that is so cool. You can just minimize it and it actually changes on OBS. So it's gonna re-import it. And we're going to have to do a couple things before we can fully test this path, because I got to put the Bezier right here. The Bezier. Oh. Oh, the Bezier. Oh. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to have Scout run down here and she'll just fucking fall off and die. Into the void you go, Scout. While I'm at it, I'll replace the test water booster here. And what transform is it set to? Okay. Yeah, that's the right position. Get rid of that Z-lock. Make the force 35. Should make this gap a bit bigger now that I look at it. Oh no, we're out of Scouter music. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. If only I had something else we could listen to. If only I had something that wouldn't trigger a copyright strike and I'm not monetized so it wouldn't. Here we go. Hey, you know what? It's fair to start with E7 because Saki Momoyama worked on this too. It's only fair. Wait, you recorded the voice samples for this, Philip? I didn't know that. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Dang. All right, cool. That's sick. Hey, you know, I'm a professional actor, too. You could have just talked to me. I mean, you ever play Postal 2? Someone happened to be the Easter Bunny in that game. That was me. The blood level is near the end. That's the Rocky Mountains level. All right, so let's get a Bezier in here. What do I have for boost trim? Okay. The Bezier. Let's see. Where's my Bezier stuff? There it is. Editable children, edit the curve, make unique, make the points, blah, blah, blah. Okay. She didn't Saki Momoyama not do this song? I don't remember. I don't remember which song she does, because, you know, Falcom crediting their composers. Ha, that's a good one! Ooh, that's a good one! Ooh, that's a good one! That's the wrong direction. There we go. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna make this way taller. I'm probably gonna add either an invisible wall up here or just stretch this collision out. Wait a minute, I know how to do that. Hold on a second. Hold on. Say that again. Alright, here, check this out. Okay, and then we'll just scale. Actually, I think if I do this and then hit 0. No? Can I... Stop being weird. Just set the Y to 0. There. Look. That now she'll never get in there. Oh crap, I gotta scale it right. Ha ha ha! Yes, I'm evil! And I'll do the same, like... Yeah, that's the problem with this very momentum-heavy game, is, like, there's a lot of stuff where you could, like, spin dash and jump up here and get up to, like, this section. You know what I mean? There's a lot of kooky stuff I gotta keep track of when doing stuff where you run into the background. It's funny. Alright, I'll just do this. There we go. I forgot I knew how to do this now. Here, we'll make this look a little less awkward. Let's do something like this. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, we'll just make the polygons all transparent. That one pixel block of transparency on the one-ways. We'll just do that. Jerks. And we'll make it inverted, too. So if you collide with it, Scott will just go through it instead. Okay, why did that one in particular flip? Weird. Alright, oh, banger alert. Kevin Smith makes Twilight of the Mole Rats. What? Twilight of the Mallrats? Would Kevin Smith connect? You know, I'm so whacked out on Killer 7. I thought you meant Kevin Smith from Killer 7. I think that's an insane coincidence. If you guys don't know, in Killer 7, you play as a bunch of killers, and they're all named, like, something Smith. And there's one guy in it, his name's Kevin Smith. And Kevin Smith, the actor-director who made Clerks, Mallrats, Dogma, he made really good movies, and then he stopped doing that. Kevin Smith is playable in Killer 7. They had no idea about the director. They made him a mute, like Silent Bob is in Clerks and in all the other ones. And it's like, what an insane coincidence. It's, something like that happened in Breaking Bad. There's near the end of this season, there's a part where, Walt's holding his, baby daughter, and, like, the baby, like, unscripted says mama, and it makes that scene hit way harder. Like, sometimes just crazy stuff like that just happens. And you're just like, wow, okay, interesting. This is fascinating. Let's just make sure the players can't jump there. Let's just make sure. Oh, hey, Linux. How wacky will the waterways be? They're going to be quite wacky now that I fix this up. I'll just mute this. Alright. Give me a moment. I'm getting messages on Discord. Really now. Really now. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, I wonder what it is. Oh, who wants to play Gartic Phone? Oh, wants to play Gartic Phone. Oh, Oxcoxa. What has she got in her server? Is she streaming? Sorry. I'm doing this. Oh, my buddy. My buddy. Everyone. All right. Yeah. All right, we're back in the game. We're back in. We're locked in. None of these distractions. None of these people saying, "Hey, he said this in the stream. I'm going to message him on Discord." None of that. None of that nonsense, please. All right, now I got to get the exit area here. Man, this is a crazy good song. Who made this? All right, yeah. Play this working on my game. I'm still in like wonder shock from it. Like, oh wow, yeah, I just have a former Falcom composer working on Scouter. I just have that. I have that. I have that. Like, I'm still kind of like, wow. All right. So if you guys are curious, the Bezier system for this is it's just not like Sonic at all. In fact, most stuff like that just isn't like Sonic. It's crazy, I know. I just didn't do that exactly 1-to-1. I'm wondering, like, when this game comes out and I get to hear the unfortunate opinions of Sonic fans. And they're gonna be like, yeah, you know, this game could have worked, but, like, you know, the physics, the physics. I mean, I'm playing as you know, an adult human-like female, and strangely enough, she's not like 40 pounds like a 3'3" hedgehog is. So I'm a little weirded out by the physics, if you don't mind. If you don't mind my saying. Just I don't actually care that much. The oh my gosh, you guys are like, where are these crowns coming from? I don't even know what this is. You guys better not be giving me too much money. Not that I'm opposed to having money. Alright, let's put this somewhere at like 3940. And then copy that location, do the next position with that. Oh no, I can't do that. No, stop. I don't like that. Oh, okay. Oh my god, I gotta get rid of this. Gotta get rid of all this, like, out and in stuff. That is... Oh, it's so bad. The thing is, the out and in stuff is something I do to finalize it. You don't really do it, like, as you go. Man, this is crazy. It looks so dark in here because of the loop-de-loop just being like, nope. Oh, that's awesome. Can you guys keep competing? Because competition actually makes things better. Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Great. Compete. Compete or explode. Oh my god. I can't believe the lady that worked on this game's music is working on Scouter. See what I mean? I'm still in awe. It's so great. Alright, let's see if I can do an out with it here. See, this is where, maybe an in? Trying to see what would be the best. Okay, not the Z direction, that's for sure. So the thing is, in Scouter, the way it works is the, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm trying to just make it as close to the ground as possible. I don't want it to be perfect. Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. That looks really good. Let me get rid of this. See how it looks. Okay, I can vibe with that. I think that's good. Now, you may be saying, how the heck does the Bezier work on this? Oh, you know what? That's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. Give me a moment. I gotta get this to be a bit wider. Make it so that if Scout jumps through, she'll hit this, and then she'll pop right out of the loop-de-loop. Let me make it a little bit... that should be enough. Yeah. So if you... And then you can use this as like a focal point if you want to jump out. It'd probably be better to jump at like this angle though, because then Scout will jump straight down. You get this insane amount of momentum. It's gonna be great. Okay, fun fact about this song. I used to have a rip of this where when that part of the da 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 when that part hits, it would skip to the next song. So I always kind of think in the back of my mind, oh, it's gonna skip the song, and it just doesn't, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is. And I'm telling you, this was like back when the game came out, like 2011, 2012-ish, around that time. Let's see if 3 works here. No, not really. Let's try 2 again. Maybe a little... No? What about a Z? No, the Z angle is not right. Okay, we can save instead of hit Control Z. I don't mind. I hate when I describe that as fat fingering, because I'm not fat! In fact, I actually, even though I have actually gained weight, that's because it's on purpose, because I'm eating more protein. And I work out, which means I'm getting muscle. Crazy, I know. I wonder. Let me just see if maybe there's... I don't think I can do... I don't like messing around with the in one more, because... Actually, I wonder if I could do... this. Just want to see. Okay, so it does it from there. The anger point is right here. Maybe I should do the in. It's hard to get this to be a perfect circle. We'll just keep going instead quick. And you may say, oh, is this why you don't do loops? Yes! This is annoying! I like it, but I like it in, like, specific set piece areas. Because this game doesn't use the, and it doesn't use, and it can't really use, the same system that classic Sonic games do. And you may be wondering, well, Sonic Superstars did it. Yeah, but there is so many crazy asterisks with, with it. It's the way it works in Superstars that I was able to figure out is that when Sonic goes through a loop-de-loop, it basically fakes him going into the background. And what it does is it moves him over. And you may say, oh, well, duh. I mean, why would it not? Because he's, going in the background. Well, that's what I mean by the faking. They keep everything in the same, like, imagine everything still in the same plane, and it doesn't look like it. But what they did is, like, imagine, like, it's just a flat out, like, just they cut out a big loop, like a perfect circle. What they did is they cut it in half. One side has the collision detection for B collision, and then the other side has A collision. So when you enter from the left and you're going to the right, you're on the A collision side. And then you go up to the top, and while you're still grounded, it flips your flag to only interact with B collisions. And then the B collision from the other side of the loop activates, and then you go through it. That's how it works in the 2D games. But what they did in 3D is they faked Sonic's model going into the background to then, I kid you not, you can actually see it, like, lerp. You can see it, like, lerp over, like, 1 or 2 units into the background, but the position of the character stays the same because of how the game's engine works. And then, when Sonic comes out of the loop, you see him lerp back into the same position, and then he goes back onto being on the A side of the collision. You may say, man, that sounds a little convoluted. Yes, but it's way faster to just toggle collisions than it would be to do this Bezier system. And you may say, well, why don't you just do the same system for Scouter? And I did consider that, but there's 2 things I noticed. One, loop-de-loops in a 3D world suck. And you may say, oh, come on, they're so cool. And they are. But the best loop-de-loops in, like, 3D Sonic games are always the ones that transition you to a brand new, like, area. Like, City Escape. City Escape has one of the best loop-de-loops, I think, in 3D Sonic. And it's this exact loop-de-loop. All it does is it takes Sonic and it makes him run down a building. That's cool. That you kind of have to make loop-de-loops fun, because you can also see a bad version of it in Green Hill in Sonic Adventure 2, because there's a loop-de-loop right there, and you know what you can do? You're in 3D, you can just jump through it. Like, there's no point to actually using the loop-de-loop. And that's kind of the philosophy I'm going with Scouter, is I want to make it so that using the loop-de-loop it has a tangent, like, it has a reason why Scout would take it. Because, I'm gonna be real, in real life, if you saw a loop-de-loop, you'd probably try to, like, go through it before you would, what is it? You'd try to, like, go through the center of it before you would try to, like, actually use it like a real loop. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the reason why I'm thinking like a person would. And I think that makes this, like, have way more endearing level design for that very reason. It's not even that the loop-de-loop is broken. It's more so that I just feel like it's better it's in better spots when there's a reason why you should be doing it. That's all. It works in the 2D games because they just had simple flags that turned collision on and off. Which point was this? The heck? And it's like, yeah, it's this one. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna ruin this song for you guys. There's a YouTuber, his name's Harry Partridge, and he made a song called With Animation You Can. I think Kylo Scourge and Animation You Can are on the same key. So, like, you could mash these songs up together, and they'd be perfect. Why I haven't done it is a very good question, but... oh, man. I love Harry. Harry's so fun. If you guys ever watch his stuff, he is a really good animator. Genuinely, like, probably the best YouTube has. And I've watched his stuff since... oh, man, it is, like... around the time he started. Like, I know one of the first things I ever watched from him was American Akira. That was so funny. Shared the stream in my community tab and immediately got a comment asking, why do you have friends? How evil. A very evil system. Damn it. I'm trying to figure out if I can, wait, maybe if I play with the Z, play with the X. Okay, this isn't working. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get that spherical interpolation. I have two in here? Why do I have two Kylo Scourges? Who did this? Oh, I have one that's a different rip. Weird. Anyway. Yeah, it's a British... yeah. Harry Partridge being British. Yep. Alright, let's see. Okay, I could do this. That looks better. What's, just trying to see if I can make it... okay, that might be the opposite direction. Yeah, there we go. Okay, see, that looks better. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be good enough. That's kind of the key here. I'm making these Beziers. So that's going in. I don't like it when it goes in the wall like that. So let's just... maybe... yeah, that's kind of what the issue is with Bezier, is I have to, like, pretend I'm, like, firing a projectile and there's drag to the next point. And I have to figure out what the drag would be. And sometimes it's a little easier than others. Like, I don't... look at that. See what I mean? That's why I gotta, like, figure out what the heck to do here with this. I might have to just do an out thing. Actually, hold on. I could do this, make this like 1. So it might be easier to have it go out this way. 0.5, and then... no, it's going in the collision. Wait, the whole point is in the collision. I'm gonna move that out. Let's do like a 2.5. Okay. Well, that explains why it was going into the collision. That's Bezier's for you, baby. There we go. Now that looks a lot better. That's gonna look a lot better. We'll do 2, and then make this, make an X that goes out. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, if it's like, if you can like barely see it on the collision like that, but not in the ground too much. Let's try. Yeah, 1.5. We'll give that a go and see how that looks. It should still look fine because Scout's going to be attached to the ground, but, you know, never doesn't blah blah. We test it. We test things around here. Now we'll just do like 2.5 for that, and now I don't have to do any curves for this side. Okay, well that's a Bezier setup. Both of these should still be attached to the path here. And this should not have an... Okay, this shouldn't have the lock X and air button, so... Alright, now we can test out this section. Big old polygon. Excuse, what do you mean racist meatball? What? Every time I pause the music, I gotta... Actually, just make sure OBS has the right screen. Okay. To Scouter! Alright, let's see this new section we made. I really gotta add debug points. In fact, I might actually do that in this stream. Game plays well. Who made this again? Oh yeah, me. Check out this shortcut. Oh, I didn't do it right! There we go. Granted, though, this is still the slow path. That's what's funny, this is still the slow path. Oh, oops. That's weird. Red hot mode. Go, whatever, go my red hot mode. That's what this is called, by the way. Whee! There's gonna be a whole jump puzzle here. Can't wait to get. Combat room. Ooh, I'm combating. Alright. Okay, that needs to be tweaked. Woohoo! Look at her go! Oh, come on, Scout! Should have been sliding, you dummy. Nah, we go back. Woo! Now this is the part where I have to go, yep, let's just make sure this stupid shit works. What if the player does something stupid like this? I do this with every fucking Bezier. Okay. So the nice part is with the loop-de-loop Beziers is I have it perfectly offset her Z-axis. So depending on where she jumps, she will go in the direction of the loop. So like right here, she'll see how like her Z adjusts as she jumps. Yeah. Not really a smooth way to do it, but it prevents the players from, like, you know, doing dumb shit, getting angry. What the fuck? Why didn't I break it right? Ooh, see, this is what I mean. You can get up here. Woo! Physics, baby! Get the heck out of here! Ah! Oh man. Nah, I think I'll just go through this. Woo! Alright, let's not call this Freedom Planet here, buddy. So if I do this... oh, no. Oops. If I do this, I'll die. Let me show you a different example. Basically, the way that's working... I'll just show it again in that area. So, like, right here, if I, have Scout face this way, and then she lands. Come on. If I have her face this way, she's gonna do that slide movement. And the thing is, this game still has physics. You can do the same thing in a Sonic game if you ever try it out. But yeah. Woo! Wow, that can take you really high. So look into that some more. Oh my gosh, guys, it's Freedom Planet physics. Whoa, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Sonic 4's issues are a lot more than its physics. You know, actually, there might be something I could do to force it so that she faces the right direction. Because this is, if I remember correctly, yeah, this locks her speed. I could make it so that it forces her to turn around. Unless you're holding the button down. That would make it look a lot better. At least then she'll actually look like she's running in the direction. Oh man, this song is so good. How did Phil do this? Alright, he's just really good at composing. Yeah, I gotta fix that. That's too much. Anyway, Bezier. Woohoo! Woo! Woo! Then we're gonna climb this awkwardly. Ah! Okay, there we go. Now we can check out this part. To our deaths! Woohoo! Yeah, she's not coming back. Bye-bye, Scout. She's going into the void. That's it, I'm showing off a stage you haven't seen. I actually want to show off another point of what I mean with the Bezier. This is another song by Philip. Yeah. There's some weird geometry thing here. Oh yeah, this isn't actually flat. I never noticed. Huh. This stage is gonna be so fun. We have like all these crazy minecart sections and everything. We're gonna have like swinging vines here and stuff. Oh, and of course, a Sonic staple. But this is what I want to show you guys. This is what I was talking about earlier with loop-de-loops. Like, doesn't that look sick? You're going into the background of like this one crazy section. Like, look at that. But then if you jump, you see, I still gotta tweak some stuff. But now you're on a completely different path, and this is from the top path too. Enough speed? Ooh, it's not enough. Oh, and I lock my controls if you fail. Ooh. Woohoo! Yeah. Man. When this game works, it's just... Oh, man. I just love it. It's just... I kind of get a... you guys ever heard of the architect eye? It's a concept from when someone makes something, how they get to look at the finished project, and they look at it in awe. As if, man, I made that? Green Jared. Not Green Jared. This is the stage that's not supposed to be green. Come on. See, now this is the stage that's supposed to be green. We gotta work on some stuff with it, though. Like that. By the way, that is the actual mission objective. That's not a placeholder. You actually do need to find the computer room. The mission objective default is how did you get here? You guys remember this from the original stage demo? That's right, it's still in the game. And I'm gonna change a bunch of stuff and put giant mushrooms in it. Woohoo! And then this stuff isn't gonna be here. You'll love the gimmick. The gimmick in this is gonna be awesome. The only hint I can give you is if you guys ever played Sonic Heroes, made it to Frog Forest, you'll know exactly what it is. And it's not the frogs. Well, it's not related to the frogs. It's amazing how the outlines make this stage look so much better, though. Wee-hoo-hoo! Oh, well, that's the test. Damn it, Arvin, you gotta finish Act 2. Oh yeah, I made that way harder to get up to. I forgot I raised this. But here's another example of a Bezier. Like, that's a really good one. Like, it takes you on this brand new path and everything. I like that. And that's kind of the whole point of why my philosophy with Loopy Loops is, like, they're cool in Sonic games, but they're cool because there's not really a way to progress because the game is, like, for better and for worse, just 2D. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be another fun part that's getting reworked too. Oh man. She's standing there. Man, I should figure out if I can put time overs in this or not. I don't know. Maybe not. God, even just like the better enemy models make this look so much better than it did at Stage. Woohoo! It's a good thing a couple Dreamcast games have real-time lighting, or else this would look really out of place. I trust Curtin Jared. Mm-hmm. What was I gonna show off, actually? I should look at this, though. I wanna see. I should add something where, like, if she's going a specific speed, and you hit that button, but like, yeah, or sort of going that direction. That's an idea. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, all of you in here watch the monthly reviews, but the goal is to get Wacky Waterways done for Sage. So what am I doing playing Train Yard Tantrum, you may be asking? That's a great question! Wish I had an answer! It's a good thumbnail. Someone's gonna watch this and be like, "Yo, oh my gosh, look at how good this game looks. It's in the desert. It's in New Mexico. Is this real? Is this Breaking Bad?" Also, yes, this stage is in New Mexico. I know, I did a good job on this song. Oh yeah, by the way, do you remember how I said that there's parts where the level design was improvised? Let me open debug mode and show you. This sequence right here. The camera's locked so you can't see it. I gotta really reset that. Let me go to this to reset it. Kidding me? There's supposed to be a reset for it here. Does it only work if you cross the checkpoint? You asses. I say you asses as if I don't mean myself. Whatever, this will reset it too. I'm gonna have to add like debug for camera lock. The camera lock to whatever I want. Type it in. This part is so good. But yeah, no, like this whole back section. Originally, the back section was just gonna be this area with the boxes. But I'm like, I should put a little bit more in here. And then this part, originally, it was gonna like stop right around here, and you would have just gone into that vent and just climbed into the train. And I'm like, you know what would be cool? I wonder if the explosive platforms work when she's on the side or something. So I tested it out and I did it, and I'm like, oh, they do. So yeah, it's a fun little Digi gaming gaming. Oh, hey, what's up, Aoki and Philip? Yeah, wasn't that the wasn't that the one you showed for that Ludum Jam or whatever? Did not know gaming. I want to have Breaking Bad references, but I'm trying to keep it what is it? I'm trying to keep it like 90s. You know what I mean? I don't want to go full on Walter. Wait, where did it go? Oh, that's where it went. I have too many tabs. Why do I have Steam open? Who opened Steam? Which one of you did that? Gus. Now, Ludum Dare, that's it. Alright, okay, well, we know that this path works, so let's just do some more stuff in Blender and continue making the rest of the level here. Look at that. Look at all these polygons. Sure hope this can run on my machine. No, I don't know, guys. Do you guys think computers can handle 14,000 faces? I don't know, man. I don't know if computers are built to handle that many polygons. Yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to actually get right with Scouter is remembering, wait, the Dreamcast could render 3 million polygons a second at 60 FPS. And then backing off and remembering, oh, wait a minute, that's just if you're rendering it. You still have to have game physics and coding and whatnot. So I'm trying to shoot for like 1.5 million being my like tops. It's as many as 14 1,000s. That's too much. Alright, so if I'm reading this correctly, I gotta close the chat because the way we do the level designs is we have them all on different layers on like Photoshop and stuff. That's how we can get like, oh, it's supposed to be here. Like let me find a good section. Like right here. How was I supposed to know Scout goes here? Because Redneck, when doing the levels, showed that this is supposed to go into the background. And I'm like, that's fun! So I made it go in the background. I just want you guys to know this song is, like, love this song. Gaius is like, or Gaius Geese? No, it's Gaius, right? Gaius? I don't know. They never really say his name. The point is, I love him. He's awesome. He is such a, well, what's the way to describe him? Just, he's from the 2000s, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I would do in a hypothetical Scouter 2, is the character that Scout would, like, be a rival with, like, the Shadow-esque character, you'd know he's from the 2000s, kind of thing. The illegal tries out of the what? Y'all are just saying words in the chat now. Okay, so this was supposed to go into the background. Oh, right, I forgot I was going to replace that section with this. Renek, do you remember at the end of the level how you have the water tube go like in and out of the Z-plane? Remember, I was going to make it so that you just go through the Z-plane. We'll just have a Space Harrier section that's like 15 seconds long. That's going to be so fun, man. Oh, man. People be like, excuse me, Space Harrier? I'll be like, yeah, except you can't shoot, so get out of the way. Alright, let's take a look here. Okay, you have it at C0, so C+1 and a C0, C negative. C negative is where you come out. So it's going to go into the background, right? Alright, Alright, we're going to do it that way then, huh? The next going to be like, what the fuck is he talking about? What do you mean that way? What are you saying? There's just words exiting your mouth! Ooh, that's a good section right here. Forgot about this. Alright, we're going to do the double background here one. That people are probably listening to me and be like, what are you saying? What are these words coming out of your mouth, Stolkin? Like, what? The what way? Huh? That's right. Did you guys know words can exit my mouth? By the way, this is like my favorite song in E7. And guess who made it? Guess who's the composer? You'll never believe it. You're like, nah, this ain't no way. We're like, oh yeah, way. Let me suck, I gotta separate that. This is a cool thing I like to do. is just I need to make a one-way here. And then I'm like, all right, screw it. You're just gonna be a one-way. Screw you. Why is that key not working? There we go. Oh, I gotta reset the UVs on this. What I try to do is I try to just highlight everything and then just hit reset UVs. Because, like, look at this. You see how this looks like a big string? If I just do, like, I don't know, I'll just grab everything. Yeah, see how that's everything? I just hit reset. Oh, wait, I gotta hit U and then reset. And now, everything looks like it's just textured. Now, granted, I still have to adjust these, but, like, the fact that it looks, like, not as deformed makes it look slightly more finished. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm just looking at... Look at how big this stage is. Who made this? All right, Redneck. Who did this? Oh, yeah, you did. Anyway, here's what we're going to do. So the thing is, Redneck has this... it has two branches here. This is going to be the first branch, and then I'm going to make another branch, and I'm going to make this branch, like, you got to be out of the way to figure it out, or, like, you have to know about it, right? I really shouldn't have done it that way. Edges, that's faces, but, you know what, actually, those are faces. Get out of here. Okay, those are edges. Okay, get out of there. So here's what we'll do. We're going to make this... Let me get rid of... Let's get one of the other layers in, because I can't tell. Because the way Redneck did this is he has... C0... I'm gonna have to flip-flop those, now that I look at that. Anyway, so it's similar to this, and then it would go and branch down into a brand new area, but you guys are gonna like what I'm gonna do here. So, we're not... Why is the neck in quotations? Yeah, it should always be the gamers. if we're going by capsule jumps. You guys ever want to watch that video? Oh my gosh. I'm really upset that didn't catch on. So if you guys don't know, if you remember way back in the day, like a couple years ago, there was, or maybe like 5 years at this point, it's probably even older, there was this, there's this Mario 64 guy, he does the A-Press challenge, made a video, but, oh yeah, the parallel universes, and I'm explaining this just in case the rest of the chat doesn't know. 0 A-Presses, that's not... You know, maybe I should hold off on saying that's not possible. Just give me a moment here, hold on a second, hold on. Let me minimize this. OBS still open? Let me just, now I'm really curious. Let's hold on. Just hold on a second. I'm curious now. I'm actually curious how far you can go in Scouter without jumping. And we'll just pretend you just, you know, did the tutorial, whatever. Screw it. I gotta get the dang windows back open. Where is... And then the live chat. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's just pretend, oh, whatever, I had to do the tutorial. Who cares? Okay, here we go. Not jumping. Not jumping. How far can you get? I'm pretty sure I know where. You're gonna have to stop at some point. Because, yeah, you could go up here, but you'll get hit unless you hit the jump button to do a slide dash. And... I was right, that guy doesn't spawn fast enough. And unless I make it so that this move makes you jump up... Well, first of all, that would defeat the point, because you can jump still. And I'm also not going to make it so that you go as high in the air. So I knew it was right around there. Let's see Trainyard Tantrum Act 2. You could probably get a little further. Maybe to a boss room. Remember, no jumping. Oh, wow, you really don't get enough speed. Okay, you're definitely not making it. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Okay, you can make it to a room at least. Oh god, this game sucks without jumping. Okay, I jumped there just to cancel that. It doesn't count, it's a misinput! Calm down! You can get a lot farther in Act 2. And then you gotta jump. Yeah, you can't get past this. Phew! Yeah, the sun photons. I wish that was true. I really wish that was true. That was just the photons. Now we'll see how far we get in Wacky Waterways. Me when I'm forced to have engagement. Dude, it's like Sonic 1. You gotta slide everywhere. Okay, right here you'd have to jump. But, let me just go back quick. Because, if, geez Louise, you really can't risk it. Anyway, if you do this, and take the top path, though, I think you can do it without a slide dash. Yeah, okay. That's what a no A button run would be, is just constantly hitting this. Alright, well. Ah! Right here. That was funny. That was a good test. Alright, back to the grind here. It's Clip Studio. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an interesting section here. I'm going to narrow this in. So, like, if you jump way too high, you're still going to be guided into the right area. Because Scout can bonk her head. So, I'll just pretend there's, like, a really, really big ceiling here. Just pretend there's a really, really, really big ceiling here. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to do. And I need this ceiling for a reason. You'll see why. I'm going to make this go out to here. And since the way Redneck has it designed, it goes 2 units back. Do that. And then, this is all tops. Damn. Okay, hold on a sec. Gotta make this all that. Okay, great. Now, that's the fun part. And Celeste is a little Reddit. And it might still be a good game. I'm not going to pretend I am an authority on this subject, because I know for a fact I am not. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We'll duplicate this. Okay, I did it the wrong way. Hold on. Origin to geometry. Now we'll duplicate it. And put it over here. Okay. Hey guys, remember when we made our loop-de-loop? We're doing it again. But we're going to do it in a really fun way. Okay, just going to do one iteration. Use this as the base. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're going crazy. Get a little smoother. What's the render do? I don't know. I don't know what that does. And now we'll offset it. Where's the offset direction? Oh. Ah, here we go. Ooh, this looks fun. We're gonna do it like this. But I'm not gonna make it like that. That's a lot. Now you may say, dang, that's gonna be confusing when you pop out of this Bezier and you're going the wrong direction, but you're still holding the right direction. Meaning, oh hey, what's up, Toast? I didn't even see Toast in here. So you may be saying, okay, but what if I want to go this direction and then the Bezier... We're just gonna make it so that that's the end of it. And then when you pop out, it doesn't matter. That's the one problem with the screw is I can't do like this offset. I kind of want to see if there's something like that. Like I can make it so that it's like... what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, this is how you make multiple. But yeah, you can't really do like an offset screw, like make it go in like a specific direction or something. Oh, you can make it merge when it's done. That's nice. Yeah, no, I can't really... Yo, the triangle, though? That looks sick, actually. What the heck? I'm keeping that in mind. That looks kind of sick. Alright, back to a smooth one, though. Oh, wait! I'm so silly. I can just do it twice. Watch. We'll do one iteration. What am I saying? I'm such a goofball. I swear, sometimes I'm the goofiest ball I know. And let's see, so this is going 15, so this should be 30 back. And I need it to go even further back than that, so... Oh yeah, we're gonna do something crazy. And then, we're gonna apply this. And, we're gonna take this, separate it. Oh, oops, that's the wrong... I did Control P. I need to do separate. I don't know why it works like that, but it do. Okay, you ready? You ready? Check this out, okay? Now we're going to add another screw modifier to it. And you may say, man, this is going to look cool. Yeah, I know! And now I have this again. Now I'm just going to move it in a bit. Hey, why is my Nikke alarm going off? Oh, right, to play Nikke. That's right, boys. I play Nikke. Let's do an 80 again. Look at that! Now, doesn't that look kind of fun? No, it looks like shit. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to lie to you. No, it actually looks pretty good. It looks awesome. I haven't heard. Yeah. Hyde's gonna. Hyde will tell you when something is Reddit. Here, we'll do that. So we're gonna make it so that it's possible to not jump the hell out of it like this. And then let's combine all the. Oh, I gotta apply this. If I don't apply this, it's over. And then, here's the fun part. This is going to be the really fun part when we do something like this. I might actually change this to be a, what's the word? A thicker, instead of it being a one-way. Because, like, because, like, right here, I could just separate this. Make that a main call again. Am I in the right mode? What the fuck? Join these, you dumbass! There, okay. What are these? Hold on, I gotta see what this is. You know, I have it selected so I could... Oh! I can get rid of that one. And then this one was, yeah, for this Bezier. I can get rid of that, too. And I gotta get rid of the 011 here. This is just main call. And then this is, yeah. And then do this. Okay, so here's what I'll do. Since this is moved onto this one, actually, let's get all these joined up quick. Okay, great. What's this? Oh, that piece. I can get rid of that. Yeah, this is, I like this engine a lot. And by engine, I mean Blender. This is Blender. I'm using Blender. I'm blending it. Oh, no, not the Ease Complete soundtrack. Oh, how foolish of me. Why would I ever put this in, too? By distance. Okay, hopefully everything should be connected now, if I do. Ooh. Where's the, explain... I'm sorry, I'm still on the... Can you explain what you mean by to Reddit? It's not a detriment to you, Mr. Kolpak. It is just... Yeah... That is just a word. It doesn't even make sense sometimes. Credits. Nope. Why are you doing that? Okay, first let's set this to the background material, except for the tops, and it doesn't grab the tops. Stop doing that. Why does it do that here? Oh my gosh. All right, there. Okay, now I feel less bad. So the reason why I separated this from being the one-way is because the one-ways are a little quirky. And that quirk is because the way Scout's collision detection works. Because Scout can phase through it sometimes. And now you may say, well, that just seems like that's just a bug. And in a way it is. The reason why it isn't is because Scout's collision detection method uses raycasts and spheroids and whatnot. You know what I mean? It just uses a bunch of stuff. And the way that this one works is... Reddit Harvest Moon. Oh my gosh, more of this Reddit talk in here. Anyway, no, what's the point I'm getting at? Right. So she can phase through it, but that's because her collision detection doesn't work the same way it does with the main collision. It only her raycast, the thing that keeps her grounded, is what keeps track of it. And she can technically phase through if if I make like this ramp here, if I do this and move this up like really high, and then I have her jump, she will jump through that. And that's just the quirk with how Sonic games work. That's why a lot of the one-ways didn't have angled slopes and stuff. And usually if it did, it would turn into a manual collision thing. Just want to make sure that this is highlighted properly. Yeah, I don't know why it's all quirky like that, though. Anyway, this is where we can do the fun part. And do another Bezier. But luckily, since there's a big wall on the top, it's going to be a lot easier to not get locked into the Bezier. So, yeah. That's going to be funny. You can have Scout Bonker head on this if you're clever. If you're clever enough. Oh, cleaver. All right, champs. Let's get this. Get this nice big slope that goes down done. Make that a good 50 in the other direction. Thanks. Okay, maybe not that long actually. Let's do 80 and then negative 40. There. And then right here we'll do a. I was gonna say something really embarrassing, but I'm really glad I didn't. It's a vibe. Yeah, if go back to the Reddit conversation. You guys are wacky. That's actually one of the reasons why I didn't play Killer 7 is it attracts a specific kind of people to it. And then you're like, "Oh, that's a little annoying." And you may say, "Oh, yeah, it is kind of annoying." Now, granted, people shouldn't stop you from enjoying things. 'Cause that's cringe. But man, sometimes people are really annoying and then they de-sell you on something. You know what I mean? Oh, come on. I don't know if... Space Channel 5, despite being made by a not Reddit team, is Reddit. Oh! The definition of just saying words, I tell ya. Man, this intro version of First Step Towards Wars is so nice. You guys ever play an Ys game? It's pretty good. I'd recommend it. There's the Redneck Classic that I keep telling him to not do. But that's okay. He didn't really know about that till after I said something here. The Redneck Classic being putting enemies at the bottom of a slope you just went down. They may say, why would you not encourage that? Because, like, aren't you supposed to use momentum and then you do a slide into the enemy? Yeah! One small problem. You know how, like, Sonic games do that? Because the thing with Sonic games is, like, yeah, Sonic can roll into a ball. But when he fights the enemies that do that, that he needs to, like, roll and like to hit and destroy, usually they're placed in a way where it's like you can see them on screen and react accordingly. Now the camera does pan in Scouter, but again, that's even though it gives you like a second more of a reaction time, it would just be more fair to put the enemies like right here, because as you'll fling up from the slope here, and hopefully this is tall enough where yeah, it looks like it should be tall enough where if you just run down, you'll be fine. Man, this looks so cool. Which is kind of the point. There's supposed to be a couple set pieces here and there that make it look really nice. And then what's this one part Redneck has here? Is it C+1? Oh my god, bro. Oh, okay, so we got one of those sections. Alright. I'm just making sure I'm getting this section mapped out properly here. Ooh, that's a very dark blue. It took me a moment to recognize it because of the, I got, like, boxes. What I try to do in making these levels is I box them up, so it's easier for me to figure out, like, okay, I should do this section, and then get this done, and then get this done. You know what I mean? Breaks it down, makes it into an accomplishable task. You know what I mean? Simple enough. Simple as, right? Well, here's what I'm going to do. Let's try to make sure within the hour to let's try within the hour to just get this area playable and get it figured out here. Get it all done. Let's see, I gotta get these areas here. Okay. Alright, that's a big distance. Interesting. Just double checking some of the things in the level design. Let's do that. God, I love this. God, Ys 1 completes OST so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh. I mean, if it's so good, why don't they make an Ys complete too? Well, they did, actually. It's pretty good too. Not as good. So that's the one thing I kind of hate about Ys 2 is it's not as good as Ys 1. And that's the one where you actually go to Ys. Actually, for those of you that did play Nordics, did Nordics have anything to do with the winged ones, or can we just forget about that from ever happening again? Yeah, you do actually go to Ys in Ys 2. It's kind of good. I mean, not as good as the first, I would say, but it's still like, I mean, it's all right. Like, it's not overrated either. Not many people consider Ys 2 to be their favorite, I've noticed. Ooh, there's a nice wall jump section right here. Wow, that's kind of far. But that, you know what? Let me move this over. Give that a bit of leeway room. No, it's fine. I just didn't think Ys would be in it is all. Okay, we're gonna make this nice and tall. Make that a nice hundo units. There we go. And you may be asking, do you really have to make walls that tall in this game? Yes! Yes, you do. Oh, man, you have quite the movement in this game. Okay, we'll just move this over a bit. A little more. That's better, actually. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's a good spot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. You ever think about how Emperor's New Groove is a Zillennial film? You guys don't know what Zillennial is. It's for people that are, like, born between what would be considered, like, Gen Z and Millennial. And, there's topics like that. Like, there's Xers for Gen X and Boomer. Apparently one of the things that people, not 2000 to 2005, more like 95 to 2000. Like 95 to 2000, where it's like right where the cutoff years would be. There's stuff like that with Boomers and Gen Xers. They're like Xers, and then there's Zillennials, which is unfortunate because you can also say Zillennials with a Z instead of an X for Gen X to the Millennial. In fact, actually, my parents are technically the Boomer and the Gen X together kind of thing, because they were born right near the cutoff year for that. Then they had me right at a cutoff year. Isn't that great? It's kind of funny when thinking about that, because technically my sister would also be in that category, but she'd be way closer to being like a Zoomer. Ooh. Ooh, this song. Chef's Kiss. Alright, I'm gonna have to make some 3D fuckery here. So the thing is, I'm just trying to at least make one path, because the other two paths, I gotta do something special with this middle one. It's gonna be something like this, because it goes into the background too. The thing is, when Redneck was making this, he didn't really know what limitations I was setting for being able to go into the background. How's my sister? Late 20s. I'm not gonna reveal more than that. Basically, she remembered 9/11 before she got sick. So, as far as I'm concerned, she's around there. Can get rid of these faces too. But anyway, the point I was getting at is that Redneck didn't know the limitations I had for this game engine when I was making it. So, there's a couple parts where you can just have Scout running into the background, and then there's going to be like enemies there, and I'm kind of like, I don't think we should do that. Yeah, he's for Donnie's is really good. See, okay, hold on. I see Gokario with Emperor's New Groove here. The thing is, I could, but one problem: game Japanese. Scouter doesn't exactly look like an American game. You know what I mean? It's I don't really want to go that route of just doing stuff like that. Because like another good cutoff point is Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chuck's. That episode aired in like December '99. Do you really think that made it to Japanese TVs? You know what I mean? I should have a Sneed's Feed and Seed though. People would know I'm a real one for that. Yeah, okay, so this should be good. I need to put a jump pad here. Is my mouse actually being picked up? I didn't double check. Oh, it is. Okay, good. Draco Blood's gonna be the same way too, just very late 90s, early 2000s stuff. If Draco Blood, first of all, if Draco Blood even gets made, the sequel would just basically be Bionicle. Like, because the thing is, I don't know if anyone's noticed, maybe more so with Necrolepsy, but everything takes place in our world still, but obviously there's some asterisks to the reality of it, like, well, basically in Necrolepsy, Draco Blood, Scouter, and all that, there's like history of magic, people had magic, they could cast spells, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Kevin. I was in first grade too, and the teacher made us stop doing everything and just draw a bunch of American flags, and we all stood outside next to the flagpole holding it up. I don't remember if it was like a photo op thing or something, but I was just kind of like confused because I didn't know what was going on. And then when I came home, my mom said what it was. And obviously, you know, still in first grade, you don't understand things like that. In fact, yeah, Earth but magical. It's, if I remember correctly, the term I have for it is called Earth derivative. And I don't mean like written like derivative. I mean, it's like, oh, fuck. I literally hit enter instead of like, it's written like that, the second message. It's Earth derivative. That's how I'm calling it. This world. Because, like, if Scouter gets a sequel, that's going to take place in, like, Central Time and East Coast. Kind of thing. Of the United States. So there's going to be all these United States stuff. I already told Redneck, there's only 2 levels I have planned, and it's places where both he and I live, which would be Wisconsin Dells. We'd have to have a Wisconsin Dells level. And Orlando, Florida, we'd have a theme park level there. So, Like that. Those are the only plans. Is a shadow character and a stage in Wisconsin and a stage in Florida. Those are the only plans. Yeah, yeah, exactly like in calculus. How like f of x, you know. Have fun, redneck. Ah, redneck and his hair. A match made in heaven. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, level design. Oh, okay, so that's what he did for the... Okay. I'm just making sure I understand what Redneck was cooking here. What was he cooking? Oh, shit. I have to do it this way, actually. Let me see, what the hell am I doing? Good question! That's not the way I wanted it to go. Basically, as much as I'd love to just drag something over 15 units, that doesn't really get me an accurate representation of where it is. So, we're just going to do it this way. That's Tova's theme? Man, we have taken quite a few of these here. Wait, you know, I just realized it's still not putting the music in. Okay, I was just like, where the fuck is First Step Towards Wars? Here it is. Oh my gosh, dude, this game's music's so good. They literally just made music for this game. Isn't that crazy? Did you know gaming? Did you know that Falcom was the first game company to have its own dedicated band? That's right. It's the first one. Now that you know, I can't let you live. There we go. Honestly, though, I'm pretty happy with how this stream's been going. Obviously, it's making me work on Scouter, which is the bigger picture. You know, the bigger picture. Do you catch my drift? I don't know what I said to instigate looking up the Japanese voice actors for Emperor's New Groove, but you know what? You guys do you. I'm happy to hear it. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I'll bridge these edge loops, make this pop out a bit. Probably gonna have to add like pillars or something to show structural integrity with this. Oh yeah, I should probably get these. Man, Ease is so good. If you guys actually want another way to sell you on the Ease games, Ease 1, you can get 1 and 2 complete on Steam. And Ease 1 takes like 3 hours to beat. It's a pretty short RPG. Really good RPG though. And this soundtrack is in Chronicles. In fact, they even make new variants of it, too. Oh, dude, yeah, Emperor's New Groove was super popular in, like, every region of the world when it was re-released on VHS and DVD. Oh, man, did they... The world eat it up, I tell ya. Alright, now the next section, which is in C-1, you get teleported over here, and then there's a spring that warps you... Oh, redneck. Okay. Yeah, alright, good. Good! Okay, I'm figuring this out. Let me just make sure this actually is rendering in game here quick. Just want to see how it looks. Woo! Look at that! That's fun. Oh wait, I should fix something quick. This. Can I... She moved over... I think I accidentally got rid of the trigger. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Then what the fuck happened? Dude, this is like the Metroid Zero Mission unknown item get thing, like... Why didn't it work? Why didn't it, like, work? It should have, like, worked. I'm actually gonna double check that quick. I have to pause this glorious music. Alright, let's make my way over there. Man, what a good game. Who made this game? Huh. Weird. I guess there was that one instance where it was possible for Scout to boost out of it. Which is why I'm going to do something different with this in the future. But that's for another time. Okay. Well, I'm glad to see it still works. We're gonna have to do some more stuff before we can even jump in, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, actually. I'm just kind of putting things down, hoping it works. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know. Just kind of, I'm just placing blocks and shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. I am placing blocks and shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. I'm not in Minecraft. That is not even close to the right button I want to hit. Oh, I love this part of the complete version. Oh, masterpiece. Alright, we're gonna have to get rid of that spike wall. I forgot when this song plays. Okay. There we go. Bow. 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 Oops. There, okay. Alright, let's extrude along normals. Perfect. Perfect. Very good, very good. Yes, this is very good, yes. Yes, I am enjoying this. Oh, greatly am I enjoying this. Yes, very good. This stage is fucking long! make it really long. Why the hell not? Okay. That's set up. So basically what's going to happen is, hopefully you can see my cursor, Scout's going to go off this. This is going to be a thing that's scripted. I'm going to make it so that there's going to be some enemies here that she can juggle off of instead if she jumps over it. And then I'm going to make it so that right here, there's going to be a booster, and it boosts her all the way here to this platform. And then she's going to run across, and there's going to be a booster here that puts her onto this platform, which will then boost her over here, and then she has to make her way over to this platform, which will boost her into the hole. Now, of course, those of you that realize, hey, wait a minute, this is Sonic, you could just also spin dash this way and get up here. Yes! Alright, so we're going to take a look at this first. Just make sure this works. And, yeah, you know, just make sure it works. If it doesn't work, then I'm like, oh no, it don't work. No, I don't know what I did wrong. You know what? I think I'm going to make it look like you can't go through this. Here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this go up a bit higher. Okay. So, now it looks like, oh shit, this is such a big slope. But then, if you realize, wait, game Sonic, you can just... But yes, that is the point I'm making. It's gonna be a tight fit, though. It's gonna be a tight fit. So you have to, like, figure out the right speed to get in there. So it's still gonna be super rewarding when you, figure it out. I'm just gonna make a water path right here for now. Okay. Let's go back in engine. Oops. Minimize it. What did that point out? Oh, cool. Just shows the logo. Nice. I don't know if you guys saw the background for that. That's a Sega Genesis box art. I made that like years ago, and I made it like 8K, so it's like super longevity way. Why, you know what I mean? You just made that up. All right, he's gaslighting you. All right, the gaslighting has started. Okay, the gaslighting started. It's not fun anymore. Alright, so here's what we'll do. We're going to have to do a couple things. This is a booster. We're going to need that booster. That booster gold. We're going to need to put the booster a little further back. We'll make it so that it's right here. I'm going to replace these, obviously, with the gimmicks later. This one should not be so fierce on height and jump. Do that. And hopefully, trajectorily, it will not make Scout land in a pile of spikes. Which is what I was worried about when I looked at some of the level design here. I'm like, oh shit. Alright, now we'll get this one. I'll just make it so that there's like a flying enemy like right before it, and if you juggle it, you'll hit this one instead. Let's see what we got for transform. No, this is 45. Clueless behavior from me right there. That should take you into the foreground. Yep, and then I can keep this, but I'm going to make this a bit more severe just to make sure she actually gets like right over here. And we'll do something similar here and here. Oh. Oh, that's way further in here. Let's fix you guys here. What is your transform set? It should be 15. There we go. That explains why that looked so freaking weird. Yeah, gimmicks. Yeah, gimmicks. You know what I mean? Gimmicks. We're not going to do any Sentai references. Technically speaking, Scout already kind of looks like a writer, so there's not too many writer references. She doesn't henshin or anything like that. She just kind of looks like that. Okay, and then get rid of the Z-axis for this, just to make sure she slams into the damn wall. And then this one, okay, great. Okay, that should be good. Now I'm gonna have to get one of those Z resetters here. You, come here. Alright, that is a bit too close. We're gonna have to make this -15. And we're gonna have to put this at, maybe, oh! This version of Holders of Power is so good. This is how it feels to go to the bathroom at Taco Bell, not gonna lie. I will not elaborate. You know exactly what I mean. You should know what I'm talking about! Wait, you know what? Let's do... Move this up a little. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 2 in there. I just don't want to have Scout ever clip in there from the top. She probably won't, but, you know. Shimona, hee hee. Alright, now this part, I'm just gonna say screw it, just put it here, whatever. Just make sure she's in there, damn it. I actually don't know how big it's gonna be, so I'm just gonna mess around with some settings, make this taller. Yeah, that should be good. And set this to 0. Okay, that's that area done. I just gotta put the Bergier right here. Oh, here we go. Where's the Beziers? Here's the Bezier. New Bezier. New Bezier, who this? New Bezier. I'll put you on the stream. We'll think about putting you in the game. Transform. Oh, wait, no, it's still on the 0, right? Yeah, it's still on 0. Yeah, it's still on 0, yeah. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, let's get the exit area at 15 here. Dude, who even made this game? Ys? The creators of Ys. Nihon Falcom. They did it. I was there. Except I wasn't. Could you imagine, though? Could you imagine the smell of that room? all the sweaty Japanese salarymen going to work. And women. There's probably plenty of salarymen and salarywomen. Falcom does make good games. They just don't do that now. They just don't do it anymore. Let's make this 340, so I have a round number. I don't like having the numbers be all like, oh, it's 6 at the poop zone, you know? You know what I mean? It's like, come on, we can make this a little nicer, right? There we go. Yeah, I've heard good things about Ys 10. So that's why I'm not tempted to say, oh, what if they did? What if they did? You know, what if they did? They make good games. I just want them to not, you know what I mean? I don't care if a company has their money house, you know, like, oh, I'm Capcom. We like our Resident Evil. Oh boy, do we. I love Resident Evil. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we get it. You like Resident Evil. What I don't like, though, is, hold on a sec, What I don't like is when they just make that, because now I'm angry, you know? It's like, we're gonna get a Mega Man or something. How about instead of making a new IP, you guys make, like, you know, things with what you got? They're doing the same shit Sega had issues with. Kind of embarrassing. That is the wrong direction. There we go. It's, yeah, no, the Falcom has the exact same issue, where they're only making E's and Trails. And it's like, you know, yeah, those are fine, but like, you know, used to have Popful Mail, used to have original stuff. Yeah, okay, listen, Hyde. Yeah, they're making a new Onimusha, and they're making a new Okami. But remember when Mega Man 11 was the best-selling Mega Man game ever? And then they're just like, let's do nothing. Like, come on. Okay, this is the one where I actually get to play with the Z-axis some more. Because I get to do the X. Oh, man, that's awesome. Look at that. Perfect loop. Just going to lower it a little bit, and we should be golden. Yeah, let's do, 1.25. Looking great! Now we'll do one more, and, yeah, no, we don't need that. Okay. Yeah, Beziers are a lot easier when they're flat. Oh, crap, I have to make sure this is a lock X in air. Because if it's not, it's gonna suck. Just trust me on that, it's gonna suck. And they don't even, Falcom doesn't even have to make Palpable Mail. They can just, I just want them to not be a factory. You know what I mean? Like, this is our Popful Mail Emporium. This is where we put the Popful Mail. And, you know, I don't want them to, like, what's the good word to say? Give a fuck. No, not that. Giving a fuck would be nice, though. See, now this would be a really good thing if, yeah, what the heck? What's going on here? Okay, we need to put... Okay, yeah, this was it. It was like Z, you had to do like a combination of Z and X to get this right. Just little one. There we go. Oh, you know what? This isn't even... Here, let's get this one's position. Ha! That looks better. What was that? Something went bang. Crash, boom, bang. That's all it takes for someone to break into your house. Only the real ones will know that one. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. This might be a little too low to the ground. This is not the right node. Like right there. Wait, what? Oh, screw that. That's fine. Copy value. Paste the value. Isn't that great how it always resets to 0, 0, 0? I love it. Yeah, I did. Oh, hey, Tuna Head. Yeah, that was great. Capcom's like, hey, check out this. Check out Adi Shankar. Here he is. Remember him? Remember when he takes a thing you like and doesn't really do a good job with it? Here he is. You know what's funny is the convention I premiered Scouter at, Midwest Gaming Classic, it actually had Ruben Langdon there. You know, Dante's actor. But Johnny Young Bosch was at a different one in Arizona. And Ruben said something about how, Johnny, he's graduated to be the new Dante, it looks like. Yeah, none of them we never got any contacts from Adi, but we would hope that we'd be able to play as them. Yeah, they didn't seem very happy about that decision. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna get that. 25, how about that? Can we go with 25? Yeah, we'll go with 25. Alright, now I gotta look at this again. Oh, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Let's try Z. Yeah, Z is the right direction here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice and smooth. Might need to go a little bit down, though. Yeah, there we go. Sick. Just a little closer to that spot. There we go. Okay. And now I'm just going to make a straight line from here. And just, I don't know. Oh, this is a cool thing you can do. Oh, check this out. You could just do plus 10. And it just does it. Isn't that awesome? One of the sickest features of the Godot engine, I tell you. Alright. So the Bezier is done. These seem to be done. Let's take a look. And it's gonna break. Yeah, they don't... Yeah, going back to the Ruben stuff. Yeah, they're chill with... They're chill with Johnny. That was so bad, though. You know what's funny is Gokario here. He was there with me, so I'm like, oh yeah, you were there, and you were there too, Mater. I haven't even hung out with Ganful, and I'm stealing his vocal stems. I really got to make warp points now. I'm nearing the end of this stage. I really should have a warp point system. His sister's making a bunch of obnoxious noises. It's funny. Woohoo! That's right. It's the scout herself. Yeah, I gotta adjust that still. Alright, we'll go this way. Bezier! Go, whatever, go my Bezier curve. Uh-oh. If there's anyone to feel bad about at that convention, it was the guys that played Nico and V, because no one came to say hi. They barely had anyone come by them. Alright, Bezier, go! Woohoo! It works! And she can jump it, which is fantastic, so now no one can be really stupid. And the reason why she's not rotating is that's a separate thing. Wow, you can go fast here. Cool. Anyway, let's see if this works. Okay, I gotta make that a bit further. That's the wrong direction. That was funny. I also forgot to put one here. Oops. Clumsy me. Oh, that was good. All right. Yeah, I'm surprised how much speed you can get from that. To look into that some more. I forgot that that would be possible. I forgot about that. I forgot about that quirk with the game's one ways. That is quirky, though. I'll have to think about that. Okay. I'm going to make debug points first. So I'm going to do something crazy with that. Give me a moment. Adios, Linux Wizard. Oh my gosh, Zadie. What's up, Zadie? Expect to see you here. Hold on a sec. Let me, Yeah, I'm okay with those changes, bro. Yeah, I'm 18 plus. I'm okay with those changes. I gotta make the, debug here. So the way this is gonna work, yeah, I can't really, show it off too much with the window minimized like that. So I'm gonna move it over here. So the way I do the debug is I go to the remote view and hold on a sec. Where is the debug here? Is it in the there it is. Okay. So right here, you can barely see it because I have the game open. You see how there's warp locations? Oh, yeah, the warp locations. Oh, I'm gonna have to put a couple in here already. So you see Act 2 warps, warp locales. Act 3 warps. Ooh, Act 3s. I don't know what that's for. Here, let's do this. Start, and then CR would be combat room. I'm gonna leave this button blank for now because I am gonna put something there in the future. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the level again. Just look at it in Blender quick. I'm trying to think like all these really good landmark spots I could use. Yeah, first combat room, lower path, second combat room. Okay. Probably third combat room next. And then exit pipe. Yeah, okay, yeah, exit pipe. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. So that should be about 6 total. So let me go back into this here. I know, again, you can barely see this. I apologize. Because I moved the scouter window open. Actually, it might be better here. Here, let me center it. There's the screen. Okay, great. So I'll do third CR and... Okay, great. And then I can just do 6 here and check this shit out. So here's what we're going to do. So while the game's running, what I can do is I can just go to Act 2. All right. So as you can see, she's doing her shit. She's scouting it. Ooh, look at me. I'm scout. It is so weird looking at this game because the game runs at 60 frames, which is awesome. But on my computer, it runs at 144. So this game looks so much smoother, and the 60 makes it look like it's 30. It's crazy. So let's do this. So here's what we do. We go here, we go into base level, we find player, scroll down a bit, and we go to here, position, Copy value. I go to local, go to debug menu, go to Act 2 warp, paste. And now I'll just save it. And I think it should update as I play. So let me just open debug. Yep. Remember, that was set to 000 before, so hell yeah. Look at all these fun stuff. Act on, death reset. Doesn't work. Scout position works though, which is good. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make some of these these spots here for me. And then hopefully I can just warp everywhere. You may say, boy, that sounds crazy. Yeah, I know. Alright, so this will be first combat room. Oh! Love that part of the song. Oh! Copy that. Go to local. Debug menu. Paste. Boom. Save. Checking game. See? Isn't that great? I mean, already that just helps out a ton. Let's just keep on moving here. Let's keep playing my stage. By the way, you see that orange box? That orange box is actually Scout's center, but it's not the center of where the camera actually is. So when she rotates here and she falls down, you see how it instantly snaps like that? The camera is actually at the bottom of her model. That's why if she falls down, you get that smooth movement of her turning around. That's right, the orange box. I'm playing Team Fortress 2. Okay. Hey, you know what? I kind of want to add this as an area. I think this is an important area. You know what? I'll do that. Here, check this out. This is a cool thing you can do in Godot. Just do that. A second combat room. I just went past it. Oh, I'm an idiot. Here, I'll do this as a... I'll call it Jetstream intro. I'll get her position right here. You know what? Actually, there's supposed to be an enemy around there. Get this instead. Yeah. You may say, damn, you made all these really nice tools. Yeah, I know! Yeah, I kind of had to out of necessity. The way Godot works is a little finicky with moving stuff. Godot. Okay, let me just make sure I got that right. Yeah, that's good. Okay. I'm gonna go get a second combat room area, because I just ran past it like a moron. Okay, here we go. I still can't believe this loops perfectly, too. I guess apparently the OGG format is a lot easier to set positions on songs, because Unity, even in C#, if you use way faster code, that shit just does not work. It's weird. I don't know why. I tried to do that constantly in Necrolepsy, but to no avail. So I had to do this really obtuse and ignorant way to do it. There we go. Okay, so now it should work. Okay, yep. Alright, fantastic. Woohoo! God, so fun. This game is very fun. That's why I want to finish it, damn it. I'm going to give it my completionist rating of Finipedit. I'm going to give this my completionist rating of slight charity fraud. Hey, I said slight. Alright, let's take a look here. Boom, alright. I'll just go through, get to the open area. Woohoo! Oh, come on, Scout. Oh, Scout, you big goof. This is supposed to be the fastest way, so... Thank goodness I'm actually doing this now. Getting these debug areas figured out. There we go. Okay. And there's the open area. By the way, when you come out of this, you're going to burst through, so... My final rating for this game is steal it. Dun, 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 dun. There. Look at that. 4,000 units from the center. Maybe we're going to get so far away we start getting floating point inaccuracies. Probably not, but it would be fun. Local debug menu. There we go. Boom. Open area. Saved. Boom. Alright, lads, let's give this a look. Oof. Gotta get a little more speed there. Here we go! Now we can test this in a more fervent manner. And I can warp Scout back if something goes wrong. Which is kind of the reason why I did that. Alright, she made it back here. Great, okay. Oh, perfect! That is angled the wrong way. That's a too tight. That's too tight. Okay. Oh, no! This is what you should be doing. Oh, I missed. That's this is how you're gonna do the speed run. There we go. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm gonna have to tweak that. I can do tweaking in the level too. I can't just I can't change the geometry though, because that's in a separate program. Give me a moment. I'm gonna check one more thing in the local section of this. This I want it to go a little further, so I'll make it 35. I want to be able to make sure I can at least jump off of that ramp. Because I know how to fix this. It's just because of how Scout's collision detection system works. It constantly thinks she's hitting a wall when she's angled like that. So I'm going to have to make this... I'm going to have to make that area rounded out. So, okay, let's give this a try now. Oh, wait, I didn't save. Oh, wait, yeah, I did. Woohoo! Alright, that's way further. Okay, there we go. See? Could jump out of that. But, yep, that's exactly the shortcut I was looking for. But it's going to be hard to get in there. You have to time it right. Or you could just do that too. But that's the shortcut way. This is what you're supposed to do. And it's almost good enough. Okay, almost. Almost. I'm just going to have to make it a little higher. Probably by 30-ish. I wish I could have it so that it would show me the trajectory of the height of the jump. Okay, let's try 40 first, see how that does it. Okay, that's better. Let's try 45. Actually, no, let's try 50. Maybe we'll hit a Goldilocks zone that way. That ain't working. Yeah, okay, I was thinking it was 45. Probably not going to be exactly that. I might even make that hole bigger just so I don't have a headache. Never mind, that's perfect. Sweet. That's awesome. Oh, beautiful. Alright, now we can get the Space Harrier section, then the level's going to be done. Alright. Man, that's awesome. That's really sick. Look at... Woohoo! Woo! Oh man, this whole area just seems so fun to go through. Except for when you're stuck right here. I'll fix that. Let's do this again. Oh, she didn't jump high enough. What am I doing? Also, by the way, everything I did is going to save. See? Yeah. Yeah, Godot's very nice. I couldn't do anything like that in Unity, so that's really fun to see. This whole section is so much more fun. I didn't expect this to be so fun. Like, you're just doing jet stream puzzles. Woohoo! Obviously, of course, there's going to be enemies here, but even just from a platforming sense, I have to make sure the platforming is good, too. Wait, what? That didn't set it back to 45? Yeah, it's set to 50 again. Shit. How did it get set to 50 again? Did I not, That's weird. It says it's 45, but it ain't working. Yeah, that's, Oh! Did I change something else without... That's weird. Why was that a Goldilocks zone? Now I set it to 40. Let's take a look. Now 40 doesn't work. I swear to God, if I set it to 45 and it works again, I'd be like, okay, this is a cool engine. Okay, this is a cool engine. Wonder why it didn't work. I'm gonna check a look at that quick. Let's go quit out of it. Go back to the level again. And now I'm gonna actually load that booster in the remote view. See what it says. Because luckily everything's organized. Items, Act 1. And boosters, red. Because it's a red booster. Okay. I'm set to 50-45 again. Yeah, that one's still the same as it was. Oh, well now it works just fine. Weird. Okay, that was weird. Maybe it did get set to 50 on accident, and then I fixed it. Oh well, happens. Oh look, I'm stuck again. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. Hold on, my favorite part of the song. I gotta make it so that her boosters don't show up when she's just regular ducking. I love her spin dash animation. I gotta make sure the new model has stuff like that. Also, spin dash Lamau, she doesn't even spin. Woohoo! Alright, bye, Scout! She'll come down eventually. There she is. Yeah, we gotta be careful with that. That's fun, though. Go into orbit! There she goes. Wait, just watch. The game keeps working. Woohoo! Now she's too high up, so she'll go back down. And now she'll go back down again. Game fun. Alright. Let's finish this up. All we gotta do is just add the Space Harrier section, and then we'll just be like, ah, screw it. You know, we're good. Okay, you may say, how are we gonna do the Space Harrier section, though? Oh, you guys are not ready. It's gonna be crazy. Let's get the ease music back in again. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this go down by 10 units. And then we're gonna make a nice curve here. Make a nice curve, a family-friendly curve, if you will. I'll just do like 20 here, and then this. Another 20. But, here's what we'll do this. And I'll code the rest of it later. Alright, I'm done. No. Here, let's do that. Make this like 20. I'm gonna have it lock the camera here when you get to this section. Let's get rid of this. Spaces, spaces. Okay, we're gonna bridge these edge loops. Boom, look at that. Super, super. And now let's make our fantasy zone. Get ready. Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready for a little Space Harrier section. Yeah. Technically speaking, it should be pretty easy for me to code this. Just gotta get this. Okay, and then bridge edge loops. No. No. Bridge edge loops, damn it. I'm gonna have to make this area in like an invisible wall section. So I'm just gonna get rid of that for now. Oh wait, what am I doing? I should do this. Make it 10, and then make it so you get to here. And then you go up. And now, here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be fun. Okay, check this shit out, okay? So get it. Here, we'll do this. And then we'll funnel it. Make it move in like. We'll do. No, hold on. This whole thing's 20. If I'm trying to get 5 out of it, that means it has to move an exact amount. Make it like. I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about this. It's just 7.5. There we go. We'll just make Scout funnel out. Look at that. That's crazy. So you got your Space Harrier section. Boom, look at that. This is going to be great. Okay, and then we'll just, whoa, Blender. There we go. Holy crap. Sometimes it's focused on the wrong thing. Okay, there we go. Now, what's funny is I can't put the goal end here because this is where the boss fight starts. And Scout's like, whoa, that robot has a staff like I do! then that means she's transmitting it to her leader. Ah! Why did you say the robot is a girl? Oh, it kind of looks like one. It actually won't look like one. That's actually one thing I really like about the bosses in this game. All the bosses are going to be named after Sega stuff. It's going to be cute. Like, the boss for Trainyard Tantrum is called the Atomic Destroyer, which is the last stage in Sonic Triple Trouble. The, what is it? The boss after that is the Near Living Plant, and Near is the first planet you visit in Ristar in Japanese, because it's Flora in English. And I'm tempted to make it Flora, but then make it, like, in a Japanese translation, it's Near. You know, something like that. Alright. That looks pretty good. We got our Space Harrier section. People are going to be like, oh my god, it's Space Harrier. And this is the fastest route, too. Just a reminder, this is the fastest route that she's going to be on here. So I got the fastest route done, it looks like. Let's take a look in Engine. Get that all situation taken care of and whatnot. I want to see how the Space Harrier section looks. There is a way to force her movement, but I don't have it set for Z's yet. Also, there is a Panzer Dragoon boss. It's the STV Panzer. The STV being the Sega Titan. So there is that. The final boss is the actually I shouldn't say it. But there's going to be a set of bosses that that all look the same, and they're going to be called the System Series. The first one you fight is the System 16. The second one you fight is the System 32. And then the one you'd fight in this stage, because it's in this stage, is the System 24. Because, yeah, no, that's Sega. That's how Sega named their stuff. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this trigger test. So, this is, technically this is bad practice. You should be making separate modules of code instead of what I did, which was just one thing that has all this. But, like, dude, for real, I'm gonna be real. Some of this stuff I'm just kind of like, why the fuck do I have to make something that more complex like that? Alright, we gotta make this unique quick. Okay, I'm gonna make it so that Scout's gonna teleport to that area, and I'm just going to put a spring with a really high amount. We're not getting virtual on, sorry. Sorry, buddy. I know how much you love that. Problem is, I don't. I fucking hate virtual on! It fucking sucks! Actually, how far is this away? Oh, it's 100. I fucking hate Virtual Line! Dude, I think I would love Virtual On if it had good controls. You may say, well, what about the twin stick? I've played the twin stick. I don't like it. Not doing Ray Earth. Why are you guys asking me all this stuff? It's already planned. Like, it's done. All the bosses are figured out. Ironically enough, there isn't a boss that is a Sonic reference. I just thought of that. There's not a single one that's a Sonic reference. You know what? Let me look in the documents for the game quick. Oh, that is 100. Shit, wait, this is 95 then. Oh, fuck, it's 95. It's Windows 95. Alright, this is a spring. Don't lock controls. Make that Y like 100 or some shit. I don't know. And don't do any of this stuff either. One boss fight play like Illbleed? Like shit? Is that what you wanted? you wanted to be clunky like Illbleed? I mean, okay, sure. Alright, those are definitely words you guys are saying in the chat. I will mention, though, there is going to be a boss that's called Model 1, and the entire boss is going to be made of flat-shaded polygons. Just thought I'd let you know. Alright, let's make sure we get this right. Okay, I went too fast. Goodbye, Scout. Oh, cool, you can see it in the background. I will obviously make it hidden in-game. I don't want to just be like, hey, you're going here. Can't you tell? Ooh, the ice area. Wait a minute, why am I still... That's better. Okay. There it is. Whoa, it's like Space Harrier. Whoa. No, let's just make sure this... Oh man, that's really high. I didn't need to make it that high. I guess I should have made it like, I don't know, 60 or something instead. Oh god. Oh god, there she goes. Yeah, that's hard to do. Which is kind of the point. Oh, gee whiz. Your familiarity with the level makes you understand it better. What a shock. Here, I'm going to just go to Wacky Waterways quick and change the booster. To not be, you know, 100. We'll go for 60. That should be enough. And if not, she can wall climb up. Okay, there we go. Oh, you want me to have Zodic the Hellhog in here? Scout would eat her wings bone in, because she's an animal person. She's a savage animal person. Okay. I was right, that it wouldn't be enough. I kind of want it to be enough, just so I can make sure, you know? Like, I want to be like, yes. Because it's going to be so fun when you launch out of there. Oh, that's nice. And then this is where you'd fight the boss. So yippee! Woohoo! And also the whole arena would be this area. This is where you'd fight the boss. The bleed is not clunky. Liar detected. Pitbull go. Alright, champs, this is what we're going to really do, though. I want to see how long this stage is now. And I'm going to just add, I don't know, 20 seconds per combat room. So 3. So there's 3 combat rooms, so it's going to be a whole extra minute on top of whatever we get. Okay? Okay. Let's see how long this stage is. And I'll play like a gamer god. Here's the thing, I also have to do this just to pretend like I did the battle, and I ended here. Okay. This is the top route, so this is going to be the fastest no matter what. And obviously the lack of enemies, I know, is here. And the lack of gimmicks, I understand. Whee! Okay, I gotta fix that still. Oh yeah, baby, here we go! Yeah, it's a good thing I can just keep mashing the jump button when doing wall jumps in this game. That's right, Did You Know Gaming? Okay, here we go. Oh shit. Granted, I don't have the shortcut to get up there done. So I need some flying enemies, which is actually next on the repertoire. My god, 2 minutes to get through this? Technically 3, and then this boss fight's gonna... Yeah, 2 minutes! And the boss fight is gonna take... The boss fight's probably gonna take a good 2 minutes too, so... This is gonna be quite the stage, I tell ya! That's good, you know, when it's like 5 minutes, that's like... Oh, that's a real good sweet spot. Oh, do I feel good about that. Let me take a picture. So I'm gonna do this, take a picture that way. Sweet. Huh, weird. But yeah, no, yeah, that's sick. Okay. I actually feel great. Yeah, it is the water stage, but you know, this is a really fast water section, you know what I mean? I mean, you know a comparison. I mean, if we're talking like comparisons here. Oops. There goes my S rank. And there it goes again. I mean, but like, for real, Train Yard Tantrum is like a fraction of the length. And I didn't get the S rank for the time. Oh, cool, I escaped. You can do that! You can do that if you go fast enough. Yeah, I fixed that. But yeah, dude, see, that was... This stage is quite a bit longer, though. It's at least 30 seconds. This is fun, too. I love doing this. And that was by design, by the way. That shortcut was by design. You know what you're doing. Almost like it's a Sonic game. You guys ever play Sonic? I gotta get rid of that enemy. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm playing with a keyboard. And I would actually recommend playing the game with a keyboard, because I think you just can't get the amount of inputs you could with a controller. Whatever. Yeah, getting here in a minute. Like, that's already pretty fucking fast, all things considered. Oh, what the fuck? It got me. I gotta make it not blink the particles. By the way, this is a new boss theme for those of you that played the Vertical Slice. I still gotta add textures to this fucking guy. This boss theme is what was supposed to actually play here, because the, what is it? The, actual boss theme that was here originally, that was actually for the, bosses that are related to the final boss. Yeah, I got it with that. I gotta change that move too. That should be like a twirly move. No! Get back here, you bitch. Yeah! Excellent! There we go. And it's still only an A because I got hit. This game's not gonna be easy to get X ranks in. What was the point I was making here? Oh yeah, game hard. Game not long. Wacky Waterway being 2 minute, plus all the combat rooms 3 minute, plus the boss fight. Yeah. No, I might actually get rid of one of them. One of the combat rooms now that I think about it. Maybe we could have a really weird platforming section involving the water. We'll see about that. We'll think about that. I'm trying to make it so that there's not... I want to make 3 the absolute maximum for combat rooms and stages. And you may say, well, I want to see more creativity with these combat rooms. I mean, for starters, you already got... oh, God, I went to the wrong one. I went to the wrong one! I'm sorry! I went to the wrong one! I mean, if we're talking, like, creativity with a combat room, like, I still think this is one of the more fun ones here. I'll probably have, like, little, icons on the bottom for, like, an enemy being in the foreground or something. You know what I mean? Like, I think this is, like, one of the more creative ones. And then, in Act 1, we also have a pretty creative one involving one of the water gimmicks that I still haven't coded yet. But you know what? I'm actually really glad I was able to at least get a route for this done. Because... I'm not gonna lie, guys, this stage has been taking a long time to get done. So it was kind of nice to at least, like, stream it and be like, yeah, look, I'm making Wacky Waterways. Ooh, look at how big this stage is, with all the things in it! With all the paths it has! Yeah, Guacamelee has got us stuff like that, too. But I would say this was a good success with the stream, because I'm probably going to end it soon here. It's almost 4:30. And I gotta play Nikke. I mean, I have to work on Scouter. Yeah, like this... I think we should keep this combat room, but the second one we might get rid of. Actually, I'm gonna go... Oh, wait, I can't take the bottom path. Wait, I can technically take the bottom path. Because this is the bottom path. Woo! Oh no! Here, let's... There we go. That's better. What if I should make it so that her red hot mode makes her jump higher too? That might be fun. Yeah, this is a lot of stage here, if I'm being real. And that's really cool. And we still have to do a couple other routes, too, because this is the fast route. We have to do the slower ones. Your punishments for fucking being bad at the game. You're bad at the game routes. Man. It just feels good to actually get that done. That has been a thorn in my side for a while. And by that I mean, damn, this is really big. I'm removing you, Hyde. You're not in the game anymore. Alright, so, I think this was a good success. I'm actually looking at the analytics for the stream right now. It's actually quite impressive. 41 views. I mean, considering, I only have 212 subs on this channel. And I'm trying to make it grow. And stuff like this should help. Put me back, put me back. I want to do more of these. And I don't think I'm going to do one. Well, maybe I could try one next week. All I know is I can't do one at the beginning of August because I'm going to be in Vegas. That's right, I'm going to EVO. But I do also think that this was a pretty good success. It seems like everyone was enjoying their time here. I got a lot of people to come in and say hi. And I got a lot done. Just getting a path done is great because now I can start working on the boss fight. And I can also start working on other stuff. I can start working on a new enemy type because there's supposed to be drone enemies that Scout can juggle on. And could start working on her new model. Like this opens a door because you may say, well, why didn't you just work on some of that stuff while making the level? It's because when you focus too much on a bunch of things at once, you don't really get much done, Like, if I do 10 things, and I do 10% of it in a week, those 10 things just have 10% of this thing done. But if I did 2 things, and I did half and half, and I do a whole week, well, 50% of it's done. Wacky Waterways has kind of just been that, because I realized, wow, this is taking a while. And, yeah... like that. I mean, just think about this. We basically started the stream 1 p.m. doing this, and it's 3.5 hours later, and now I'm finally done with it. And even then, when you guys saw it, it was at, when you guys first saw it, it was at, like, this part. Like, this stream only added this section. Like, this whole section was all that was added. And it takes a while, setting up the Beziers and all that. I mean, oh man, this one's so fun. This one's so fun. I'm gonna go here. I just want to go through this again. This one's fun. Bring him back. Bring him back. I just want to go through that again. That is so fun. It's such a fun section. I demand to go through the loop-de-loop. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about, baby! Yeah, baby! And see, look at... This is what I mean about the fixing the Z-axis thing. If I drop down here, she'll readjust automatically based on how close she is to the... Z-axis. And same thing as if you do a really, really lazy jump like that, but depending on the direction you're going, you'll refactor. See, that's why I like these kind of loop-de-loops, because at least there's a reason why she's doing that. You know what I mean? And that's fun. Man, do I really have to add some of these gimmicks? Oh no, she's gonna keep going. Yeah. 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 Did you know gaming? When Scout hits a wall, she'll bonk. But if she keeps wall jumping like this, you can do this infinitely, and she'll start getting faster and faster at it. In fact, if you actually see how I'm making her go up really high like that, that's because if you hold a direction in Scouter and then hit a wall at a speed you're going, you'll go up at a 1/4 of the speed you were going. So it carries your momentum over. And that is an intentional mechanic. It makes it so that if there's like something you're trying to get over, but you're trying, like, oh no, I just barely hit it. But if you're going fast enough, you'll be able to hitch it right up there, like so. Oh yeah, and you may be asking, what's the limit to how fast she can go doing this? That's a good question. You want to know the answer? There isn't one. Oh, see, that's what happens when you get really fast. Kind of have to trick yourself. Now, as you can see, eventually it's going to look like she's teleporting to the other side because of how fast she can go. That's right, there is no limit to the speed here. Woohoo! Yeah, it's fun. Man, it is just so cool. I'm still kind of amazed by just the fact that you can, like, see the back of the level. Like, you can just see level. It's like, oh, that's so sweet. I think what I'll do now is I'm just going to work on some details. Just a couple things, like some small water things going down or whatever. I'm going to do that later, though. Because, honestly, I usually don't work on Scouter on Saturdays. So, but I think I made a lot of progress here. And I thank all of you for joining me. I'm going to have to solve a couple of things here and there with doing some of these back paths, but hey, you know what? You know, this is finally here. It's like, okay, great. I can, like, make the rest of the game now. So, I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to end the stream now. So, thanks again for tuning in to Mighty Obstacle Studios. That's me. We're going to have more stuff in the future. Just stay put, you know, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And, oh, hey, what's up, Mike? And, we'll see some more stuff later in the, yeah. So, take care, my friends. Bye-bye. End the stream. I'm going to do it here. Go, oh! Did it end? Yeah, it did.